It's because I'm headed to the gym. Good morning, everybody. Today is the day of the Super Bowl. I just not realized that like just the other day. But welcome to my channel. I'm the infamous Kiki, and y'all like, well, bitch, who are you? Uh, I've been in a Wall Street Journal. I'm a local artist. I just saw a dog running, so I didn't know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm out here in the wild, in the elements, in the wild, wow, wow, wow. Um, About to go get my workout on. Just thought I'd do this video because a lot of people are talking about the Monique Club Shay interview. Um, that just happened. I think it was a couple of days. I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago. I don't think it's been that long. It may have been a little bit longer, but if y'all don't know what Club Shay is, Club Shay is a YouTube channel by Shannon Sharpe, former NFL player. Like, I didn't even know until the Katt Williams thing that came out 2 weeks ago. I didn't even know Shannon Sharpe even had his own YouTube channel where he was interviewing. I know he's on like, ESPN or NFL Network or one of those. And I know Shannon Sharpe from being a Hall of Famer, football player. I know all about Shannon Sharpe and his football life, but I didn't know he was interviewing people. And I think Shannon Sharpe, I have to give it to him. I think Shannon Sharpe, considering he's not a professional journalist, does an okay job. So I do have to say that. As for me, I am hooked to the entertainment industry in several ways. Let me give you guys my pedigree. I was born and raised in Michigan. I'm sorry, it's cold here, y'all. So if I see me a little chatty, I'm like, it's 50 degrees and it's cold for me. I was born and raised in Michigan. Uh, I one several of two of my great uncles were session musicians from Motown. What else? I have I am related through marriage to a famous family. No, it's not the Jacksons, because the Jacksons are from Gary, Indiana, and I'm not from Indiana. And I don't know the Jacksons. But I'm related by marriage through a famous family. My mother, may she rest in peace. My aunt, may she rest in peace. Back in the day, they hung out in the Detroit music scene. I would kind of say they was groupies, I guess. When the people talk about their grandmama going out with famous people and betting famous people, it may have been my mother. She may have been a runner. She may have been a track star. But my mom hung around because she was related through a famous family. She hung out with many stars, and I didn't get a chance before my mother suddenly passed away last year to really pick her brain, because my grandmother would tell me stories and my mother would tell me stories about famous people that they have hung out with and kicked it with. I actually have a second cousin who is a famous person that I will not say that is in the entertainment industry. I have a first cousin that is a basketball wife that I will not say who this person is. So I know about the industry. Now, I do have to say, I don't know Katt Williams. I don't know Shannon Sharpe. I don't know Monique. I haven't heard anything about it. I don't know. I don't have any family relatives that are comedians. Hey GSP, hey, how you doing? With your cute little doggy on there. Look at that dog. He looks so fierce. I don't have any relatives that are comedians or in the business like that. But I do have a really famous. Like, if I said this person, y'all would all lose your shit. Um, a famous cousin. But I do have a cousin that is married to a basketball coach, a real well-known one, and she's my first cousin. She's my aunt is her mother, and my aunt lives in a really nice house in Michigan. Uh, I gotta call my aunt. Speaking of my aunt, I gotta call her anyway. And I do have a second cousin that is very famous. Her dad is her dad is my second cousin, but still part of the family. So I'm going to get on here one day and tell stories about my mother's life. Because, my mother, I told y'all before, being candid, my mother did not raise me. My mom was out here running the streets. And when I say my mother was running the streets, she was hanging out like in Detroit clubs, like 20 grand. There was like a 20 grand club or something like that. My grandma was out here. My mom was out here running the streets, y'all. She was out here. She was hanging out with famous people all over Detroit. Um, so yeah, Motown. Yay, Motown. Anyway, so I know quite a bit about the industry, whether it be especially the music industry, a lot. The movie industry, some, because I ask questions. It's like, what about this? What about that? And so, but I will never say who I'm related to or what family I'm indoctrinated in. But I'm not rich and I'm not famous like that. So I don't have any musical talent, y'all. I ain't got no acting and no musical talent, y'all. I'm just gonna pull it up like that, like that. Um, I told you, okay, unrelated. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. Y'all see the comments live. Unrelated. Did you see Q came for Geo the next day after you called it? He called him some names and blocked Geo after everything came out. I told Geo he was gonna come for him. We're talking about another video. We're talking about Love After Lockup. I told y'all I called it because I was like, Q is the type of dude that will get mad and come after you. Anyway, that's for another. I knew it. I told you. I said he's gonna be mad at Gio, and he blocked Gio. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have to be psychic to call that. I knew he was gonna try to come for him because that's kind of, instead of Q just going about his way, shutting off his, blocking everybody and not talking about it and just moving on. Him and his mama want to be petty. But anyway, that's for another time in another video. But this video is not going to be long, folks, because I really got to work out and I got a bunch of things to do today. And I have not been feeling well, y'all. So Monique goes on Club Shay Shay. You can pull up the interview. You can just type in Monique and Club Shay Shay and Google it. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about. So for years, let me go back. For years, Monique starred, long time ago, 15 years ago, as a matter of fact, starred in a movie called Precious, a movie that me and my late husband went to go see in the theaters, and we really liked. And I actually read the book. And it was, I think, produced by Tyler Perry and produced by Oprah, I believe. And also that one guy who did Empire. What? Oh God, I can't remember his name. I can't remember the black producer that did Empire. I can't remove. Yeah, Precious is a great movie, very sad, very realistic though. But I forgot the guy who did Empire and did Precious. Okay, he's part of the LGBTQA. I'll think of his name in a minute. But y'all, if y'all think if GSP think of his name, who produced Precious, the black dude, and did Empire. Anyway, Empire, the TV show. So I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted because this man is over here with his dog, and I'm like, is that man's dog? Yeah, I think I see this dude out here because his dog is not on the leash. I'm sorry, y'all. I do apologize, but I am live. I'm live. So they did Precious. They were supposed to do a press tour to stars normally do press tours. They do interviews, they go to Cannes, they go overseas because they're really trying to promote it and push the movie, especially during award season. There's a lot of promotions and interviews that stars are required to do. Well, something happened where Monique had a conflict and she couldn't do the promotions, and so the studio and the producers and everybody kind of said that they understood at first, but then I guess they got mad with her about it, and so there was conflict there because she couldn't do it and she had another obligation somewhere else, or something personal happened. I forgot what it was, why she couldn't do it, but they got mad at her. And then apparently, Lee Daniels is the other guy. That's right. Thank you, GSP. So apparently there was a kerfluffle over her not being able to do the press tour. Now, anybody in the business knows that a lot of times these companies are paying you to go do press tours, but according to Monique, I think she was saying that she had to pay to go fly out, and she didn't have she may have not had the money at the time to go do all of this. But Precious was a small movie. So it's hard enough to get a movie greenlit and off the ground with a black cast. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you. It is hard enough to get funding and get these companies to invest in greenlight into movies with predominantly black casts. And the reason is because they cannot sell these movies overseas. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I'm not trying to throw shade about race, but race in the entertainment industry and the movie industry and the music industry is a big thing. It's a bigger thing in movies because movies are also, even more so now than it was 15 years ago, about selling the rights overseas. Black movies with predominantly black casts, a lot of times they don't even sell those movies overseas because they don't make any money. They don't make money a lot of times in Europe and other countries just because I don't know, racism. Because, I mean, I'm just going to be just being dead ass honest with you. Like, they just don't sell Like, and then a lot of times, depending on the subject matter of the movie, it may not sell, it may not do well overseas. Like, you talk about a movie like The Color Purple, they wouldn't do well overseas because a lot of people would don't really understand like the historical Black experience, blah, blah, blah. Black Panther did good overseas, but it was a Marvel movie. But to be honest with you, compared to all the Marvel movies, Black Panther did not do well in China because, again, worldwide there is a stigma on Black skin and Black content movies. And even though a movie like Black Panther that did gangbusters over here, worldwide, it does not do good. So getting a distribution deal worldwide or in other markets is hard. So you really have to work harder to push the movie. 15 years ago, I tell people the movie industry has changed than back then than now. So things have changed now. You have Netflix, and you didn't have all that back then. Now you have streaming. Streaming has really expanded international films, movies with minorities. Now you can probably get a better. If Precious would come out today, they would have a much better deal, especially streaming. I think it would kill on if it would come out now in 2024. It wouldn't be an issue. But 15 years ago, it was for sure an issue. GSP said, I never thought of these things. People are disgusting. Yeah, I mean, colorism and racism is worldwide, y'all. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not lying. I'm not trying to be glib. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus. But it just is, especially in the movie industry. The music industry is a little bit more lenient because people like good music. It don't matter what the person look like. People just like good music. Although people steal from Black people. Although every culture steals from Black music. But that's another video for another time. Because God knows I love K-pop. Y'all know I love K-pop. But they have stolen from the Black industry. They have culturally appropriated everything in K-pop. Like, they didn't stole our dance moves, our music, our lyrics, our beats. They've basically copied the Motown system from back in the day. And K-pop has a whole industry built on music created and originated by Black people. I mean, the Black people aren't making the beats, the producers are, but they pretty much copied the style of R&B and pop music in the West. I mean, that's just the truth. But anyway, so Monique was mad about that, and there's a big fallout she had with Lee Daniels and Oprah, and Tyler Perry helped produce the movie too, I believe. And she had a big fallout over that. This was 15 years ago, y'all. 15 years ago, okay? So long ago, I kind of forgot the details of why she was mad. But she was mad because, of that. And then she was saying that there was some money that she really didn't get in the back end, blah, 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 blah. Also, Monique is mad at DL Hughley because apparently they was, Monique is always mad. They were supposed to do a comedy tour together and something fell apart. She tried to drag DL. Don't come for DL. I'm a fan of DL Hughley. I know somebody that knows him, and he has pretty much been consistently the same person. DL has been the same person he's always been, even when he had a TV show, even in a stand-up. So things fell through between her and DL. And so I don't know if it's personality conflict. I have a feeling that it's personality conflicts. But this happens when you're dealing with human beings. He tried to make it right by Monique. He had her on his show. And he has come out. I put a video on my community tab where he came out with a short today addressing it, saying that, look, how long, this was 5 years ago that she had a problem with DL. This is like 2019, okay? How long then she went on a Steve Harvey show. At this point in time, I'm like, I thought this was squashed between her and DL. I thought this was over with. She has said things about DL's kids on stage. Like, and then she come back and say, well, now families are off limit because DL sent her cease and desist. So the fact that something that happened 5 years ago, a deal fell through between her and DL, she's still talking about it still. I don't, then she came for Tyler Perry, then she dragged Oprah because apparently dragging Oprah is the thing. As if Oprah, let me tell you something about Oprah. Hold on. Black people, I'm talking to Black people right now. White people, y'all can still listen. Why are y'all acting like Oprah is relevant in 2024? There's a younger generation who barely even know who the fuck Oprah is, okay? Like, I know Oprah is powerful. Oprah's not that powerful in Hollywood. She's not. Oprah is a side producer. She's a talent/producer. Oprah has produced movies in the past and TV shows in the past. Really, she's just a producer in name only a lot of times. And Oprah really is a lot of times producer, quote unquote, really means that you're financing, you're helping finance, and you're helping gather talent and push things along. So people like Oprah did this and Oprah did, honey, Oprah's not running the studios. Oprah has no power really in Hollywood, y'all. Oprah, she has her name, she has her money, and that's about it. When they talk about the recent Color Purple and everything that happened, I'm like, y'all do know Steven Spielberg is a producer also. I didn't hear anybody dragging Steven Spielberg, but y'all want to drag Oprah. Now, I'm not here to defend Oprah, but I'm just saying that y'all overestimate Oprah's reach. There's a whole generation of people that don't even know who the hell Oprah is, y'all. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it real. People, my kids are like, Oprah who? Oprah matters to people over the age of 40. In the movie industry, I can tell you for a fact, Oprah does not have that much power. Oprah doesn't, she doesn't even own anymore, y'all. She sold that off. So Oprah is not, she's not, I would say Tyler Perry has more influence in the industry than Oprah does at this particular point in time. Oprah uses her name and her influence and her connections to get things moving along. But as to whether she has power regarding the funding, that doesn't happen. Y'all are overestimating these people as if they have all this power. If anybody has power, it's not Lee Daniels. It's not Oprah. It's the heads of the studios who are greenlighting these pictures. They have the immediate say-so. The studio heads have the say-so over these movies, okay? So Monique has a problem with that. So she tried to do a comedy tour with DL, and she has a problem with that. So apparently Monique has a problem with a lot of people, just like Katt Williams. Just like I did my Katt Williams video. Go back and watch that. I did my Katt Williams video. And in the entertainment tab, you will listen to my Katt Williams video. And y'all are not going to like this. I drug Monique years ago. I was like, what? Like, people in the industry do not get along. People in the industry just don't get along. Whether it be personality reasons or business deals fall through. Do y'all not understand there are white people, comedians and actors and actresses and people in the business that hate each other? They won't work. There's directors that won't work with certain actors and actresses. There's actors and actresses that don't get along. There's actresses who don't get along. For decades, I could name famous people right now that you would be shocked. Like, they work with this one person one time, and you're like, why ain't they ever work with this person again? Because they hate that person. They didn't like the way the personality, they didn't like their professionalism was boo-boo. There's stars, white stars in the industry that have all kinds of reputations that people do not like these people. And do you hear these people coming out and saying, oh, I don't like Johnny Depp. Oh, I'm just using him as an example because he showed up and then this deal, it happens all the time in the movie industry. Everything that Monique I listen to, I'm just sitting there going, okay, that happens. Okay. Okay. Do you know how many stars that don't have bowed out of doing press tours? Or sometimes the studio come to them and tell them not to do press tours because they in trouble. Like the Ezra Miller and the Flash thing, for instance. They was like, nah, you're not going out here doing interviews because they're going to ask him about all his charges. And it happens. And everything Monique is saying, I'm just like, okay, this happens in life. If any one of y'all own a business, whether it be a restaurant, or online shop, or a retail store, you know damn well that when you run a business or you're an independent contractor or you're in some type of entertainment field, that it's about relationships. It's about who you know, who you don't know. Contracts have to be made and everything like that. You know that's how the business goes, right? And yes, GSP says money creates division. It does. But everybody knows that if you're in the entertainment industry, hello, Bobby. Happy Super Bowl. And good morning, Bobby. Thank you. Good Super Bowl. Good Sunday morning. Let the church say amen. Amen. We're preaching today. Everybody knows that if you are a creative or a talent in the business, that it's all about who you know. It's all about what you do and how you carry yourself. Everybody knows in the business, in the entertainment industry, if you've even been around or know somebody in it, that the entertainment industry is very exploitive. That you have to protect your finances and yourself only. That to me, what Monique and Katt Williams are doing are looking for other people to come and save them in this industry. This person didn't help me. This person didn't do this for me. Girl, I'm just like, what bit? It'd be like me sitting in a trap house with crackheads and complaining about crackheads. Like, I'm just going to be honest. Why would I go to the trap house and be like, look at all these crackheads in here? Like, oh my God. Well, bitch, you in the trap house. Ain't you one of them? So I have a problem with that the entertainment industry is not a moral industry. If you want to stand on some kind of moral hill or high ground, I don't know what business you're going to get into in a capitalistic society. We live in a very greedy, selfish, individualistic society. And especially in the entertainment industry, y'all. The entertainment industry is not for the faint of heart. It's not this moral thing where people are going to be fair to you. There are people who will slight you just because of something you said on an interview one time, and they petty. The entertainment industry is full of petty people. Do y'all not understand this has been going on for decades? I'm not defending the industry. I'm just saying we didn't make the industry. But the idea that you want to be a part and make money in an industry that is, I don't know, demonic. I'm just going to say it. Like, I don't believe in demons and everything like that. But there is a spirit of something in the entertainment industry that's not good. You understand what I'm saying? I don't believe in demons and God, and I'm an atheist and all that. But from what I know and from what I've heard in the entertainment industry dealing with these people, and I'm not saying all of them are like that. A lot of these people come from broken homes. A lot of these people come from sad circumstances, even comedians. A lot of these comedians did not have good home lives. If you look at the history of the entertainment, again, Ashley Says So on YouTube. Look up Ashley Says So, where she tells stories about different stars. When you look at Jackie Wilson, Marvin Gaye, when you're looking at Richard Pryor, the history of the entertainment industry is full of people who are messed up people, y'all. These are not good people. These are not well-adjusted people. There are some that actually came from good homes, but not many. Like, if you look at the history of Aretha Franklin, she had a kid when she was 12. What was going on there? I don't know. Nobody really talked about it. Poor Aretha, rest in peace. When you talk about Marvin Gaye and how his dad murked him, fool, his dad ended his life. Because his dad was cross-dressing. When you talk about Luther Vandross and his struggles with his sexuality, all of these things that were going on in the 60s and the 70s and 80s, y'all think this stuff still don't go on? It still goes on. These people were having parties, and they were having orgies, and they was doing drugs, and they was wilding out, and they had all kinds of women and all kinds of kids and all kinds of... Y'all, this still goes on to this day. People just learn to keep it more on the down low. But the business itself is not a business for me to stand on some moral soapbox and be like, well, I expect to be treated this way. For what? By who? The only person that's really going to appreciate your talent in the industry is you. You have to advocate for your talent. And let me say something else. Having your husband or yourself as your manager and agent is not good. So same thing about Taraji. I supported Taraji and what she said about the industry, and the cast themselves shouldn't have been treated that way. And then Taraji talking about all the business opportunities she didn't get. Okay, sis, where is your agent? Where is your agent? Where is your management? So I tell to all my people out there, especially black talent. What's that name again? Oh, Ashley Says So. There's a YouTuber called Ashley Says So that you can look up on YouTube, and she does phenomenal work. She does phenomenal work talking about the history of Hollywood and the music industry, and she breaks down stories about individuals, and she does scandal. Like that, she doesn't give like bios. Ashley breaks down scandal, the scandal child, the scandal. And she tells about all the rumors and things. And I've actually sent her messages about certain people in the industry. Because again, my family was involved in the whole Motown scene back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So I'm related by marriage, related by blood to certain people in the music industry. So I've sent her stuff. I be candid through Instagram, telling her, what I know and what I've heard and the things that I have experienced. And yes, Janet Jackson, I'm gonna put out a little tidbit about, if y'all know about Janet Jackson and marrying, James DeBarge and all that. Yes, Janet Jackson, I heard allegedly that Janet Jackson did get pregnant, but she lost the baby. So that's just a little tidbit. That's what I've heard. Anyway, I'm going off topic, but that's just a little bit of the thing that she talks about. So Ashley Says So. Look up her channel. It's phenomenal. Okay, the way she delivered is hilarious. But you will see the history of the industry has never been good. Like even back in the 20s, the white stars that were out here partying, baby, these stars was out here doing drugs back in the day. They were alcoholics. They were drug addicts. They were having parties. They was having sex with black people, white people, men. There was gay people. Talk about gay people in the industry. Honey, there's always been gays in the industry. There's always been transgendered in the industry. They just kept it on the low. And then they came out with the Hays codes back in the day. But anyway, yeah, if Marilyn Monroe had an Instagram, y'all child. If these people had Instagram and social media today, I couldn't imagine. But the fact that, what I'm saying is that the fact that if you want to be in the entertainment industry and you understand, and Monique's been in the industry for a long time. I'm not saying that Katt Williams and Monique aren't talented. They are. They are talented, talented people. I all the way. All the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, they talented. But they've been in the industry long enough to know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. It is what the industry, it is what it is. So the idea that you want to be a part of this industry, like I said, it's like me, a crackhead sitting in a trap house talking about, look at all these crackheads. Okay, yeah, well, duh. That's the industry you got into. And I'm not making excuses for the industry, but it is what it is. Now, if you don't like how the industry run, you can do things to change it. There are people, Tyler Perry is one of them. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about Tyler Perry. I don't always agree with Tyler Perry. I don't always like Tyler Perry. Y'all don't like his wigs and his movies. I don't care. Okay. But Tyler Perry got into the industry, saw what it was, and was like, I'm going to create my own studio. I'm going to create my own TV shows. I'm going to write my own TV shows and my own movies. And I'm going to do it how I want to do it. And has made money and been successful. So there's some choices Monique could have made. She could have been like, okay, I understand it. And let me say another thing. I understand that women in the business are treated differently than men, especially in certain spaces. So I agree with Monique in that. Women are underpaid. Women are undervalued in the entertainment industry, especially women comedians. They are done dirty. So yes, like GSP said, you had to create your own path. So when she got slighted and she started experiencing things, there's 3 ways you can go with this. You could say, I'm out of the business. I'm gone. This is not for me. Number 2, you could be like, I'm gonna play the game. And then once I get enough money and enough clout and enough power, I'm going to change the game. Or number 3, you could say, you know what? I'm going to start my own and create my own production company. I'm going to gather some other famous comedians and we're going to start our own agency, our own tour, our own creative, whatever it is that you want to start, so you can have more control over your career. But again, having your husband or your cousin or your Uncle Pookie as your agent or your manager, I wouldn't recommend that in the entertainment industry. In the entertainment industry, you need a good agent, you need a good manager, and you need an entertainment lawyer. Like DL said, not Boo Boo the Fool from Boom Quisha around the way entertainment lawyers, a real entertainment lawyer. So that's another thing that gets me irritated with black folks is they want to come in here and they want to be their own publicist and their own manager and their cousin's their agent. Baby, it don't work in the sports industry. People in the sports industry have tried that and failed. Because the agency and the industry, they make money and take a percentage. William Morris and CNN and all these other people, they make money for a reason. Because they're there to advocate for their talent to where you don't have to. You can sit back and play and be the good guy, the good girl all day, and then run to your agent and be like, no, I want more money. No, that deal's not good. Go ahead and pressure them a little bit more. And then the agency will come in and be like, no, you're going to pay my client, and they deserve more. And look at that. That's what an agent is for. That's what you get an agent for. Yes, Monique needs outside help, not her man. And then Bobby's talking about, if we heard the whole truth, poor Norma Jean. Norma Jean had a messed up life. All these stars, if you look at their history, 90% of them have had bad home lives, full of abuse, full of all kinds of things. And yes, and we probably know about 20% of the story. Yes, there are things that have gone on in the industry that people talk about Diddy and his party. I'm sitting there going, okay, so what? I'm just like, Diddy's the only famous person that has parties where people are having orgies? Really? I don't understand what people, when I say people, lay people are expecting from the entertainment industry. People like Katt Williams told it like it was, and Monique told, and then on top of that, they telling on black people. I find that distasteful. well, this person did this and this person did that. So we're not going to talk about the production company that owns the movie or the show. Because, in order to do a comedy show, you have to make deals with comedy clubs. You have to make deals if you're going to be on Netflix and on TV, or the performance you're doing is going to be televised. So there's there's contracts and deals about that. So to Monique, your husband as your manager, perhaps you need to fire that ninja. Like that's insane to me. That you're not looking at your husband like, don't be cheap and get representation. I don't know if Taraji has an agent, is with an agency or not, but she should be. I understand that people want to cut corners and cut money, but you should be. Been going on since Hollywood and Vegas started. Right. Hollywood and Vegas started, like, the industry is what it is. GSP said, I'd focus on my talent, not fighting. Yes, because Hollywood is all about nepotism. It's about who you know in the business and who you don't know. And when you get a reputation of being disagreeable, then, yeah, people don't want to work with you. People blackball. There's people I've said it before and I say it again. There are people who used to be really popular in the 90s that don't work no more. Y'all be sitting around telling me, what happened to this person? What happened to that person? I just be sitting back there cackling because sometimes I know the truth. This person pissed off these directors and producers. This person tried to out this person. This person tried to do this, and that's why they don't work no more, because nobody trusts them. It's about trust. Who in y'all regular life, even in our regular life, even I work in corporate America. I've been there. I've had a job where I work with somebody who complain all the time. Who the fuck want to work with somebody who complain? Who want to go to work and you got that one coworker's like, I hate this place and we don't get paid enough and we don't. Okay, so why are you here? Like, you can go get another job or create your own business. Nobody wants to work with a person that's miserable all the time. Well, I should be getting paid more, and that might be true, but nobody wants to work with somebody who's griping and complaining all the goddamn time. Who want to work with somebody that you work with them and they smiling in your face, and then the moment y'all have a disagreement, they run into the press, they running and telling everybody what happened, and then they're embarrassing you. Who in their right mind going to want to work with somebody like that? Who's going to trust working with you? So yes, Katt Williams and Monique are better off doing comedy specials and doing their own thing where they're by themselves. But I promise you, after the stunt that they pulled, they're not going to get any movie roles. They're not going to get any television roles. Because people are like, okay, if things go south and we don't pay them enough, or if we don't get along, if they don't get along with their co-star, they're going to run and blab. They're going to run the Club Shay again and be like, this person's horrible. I didn't like this and I didn't like that. Nobody in the industry wants to work with a person like that. Yeah, it's not who you know. Yeah, it's not who you know, it's who you blow. It's true. There's a lot of artists that have slept their way to the top. Male and female, y'all. There's some of them that married their way to the top. It happens in every industry. Even in corporate America, y'all know. If you're working with somebody that complain all the time, I don't care if you work at Walmart. Who wants to be at Walmart and you with a coworker like, I hate Walmart. I hate this job. This raggedy job. Do you want to go into work? You're like, I got to deal with this bitch all day. I got to deal with this dude all damn day. Like, all they do is complain. Just quit already. So I tell Monique, and then these people come on like they're taking, like Katt Williams and her taking some sort of high ground. Like, oh, well, I didn't want to do this. I want to do that. That's your choice. There's plenty of people in the entertainment industry who have a line. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And they just move on. They like, yeah, I may lose roles, but it seems like they want to do whatever they want to do, but then they don't want to lose roles, but then they still want to get paid, but then they don't want to play the Hollywood game. You either play the game or you don't, or get the F out the business. Again, I have a problem with somebody being in this demonic, let me say it again, demonic business. Who want to be an angel? You want to be an angel swimming with demons. How does that make any sense? Y'all make that make sense to me. Because it don't make any damn sense that somebody want to be an angel swimming with demons. You want to be in hell. You want to be in hell sitting around some white wings. I'm surrounded by the gates of hell and the infernos of hellfire, but I'm above it all. I'm above it. Like, don't be in hell. Take your ass back to heaven. Why? Why would you want to be in that? And like I said, these are not newbies in the industry. They've been in the industry long enough to know what it is. It's exploitive. Hello, Leo Line. Yes, it's been a while. What is up, Leo Line, my friend? Watch me clock in 2 minutes late, turning me in. Hell yeah, you got that coworker always finna snitch on you. They complain about work and then they gonna snitch on you. Who wants to work with that person? So these people up here congratulating Monique, I'm like, why? Like, why would you want? And then the fact that you're tearing down other Black people and not tearing down the industry that you are in. You're tearing down Black people and calling out other Black talent when at the end of the day, Black people don't run shit in Hollywood. We don't control, we don't own these studios. We're not CEO. We're not Bob Iger. We're not Zaslav. We ain't heading up Warner Brothers and Disney. Half of these TV shows, what Black showrunners, besides Tyler Perry shows and shows where there's predominantly Black cast, what Black showrunners are out here running shows? What production companies do we own to set up these comedy tours? Who run Netflix? Not us. We don't run that shit. So again, why don't Katt Williams and Monique turn their attention toward how things are done and why it's done that way? Well, you know what? I don't like how that's done. Well, you're expected to tour inspector do this. Well, who said? The production companies say. Okay, why? Because that's how it's always been done. Why? Why can't we do something different? Leo Lyon says, I really think with Monique, the situation, I understood what Steve was telling her. Play the game so you can run your own ish, but he got dragged for it. Steve Harvey was right. You play the game, you get to the top, and then you run your own shit. That's how most people have done it. That's how women and Black people have done it, and minorities have done it for years in this industry. But again, you want to be in this industry. That's my thing. You, like I said, you want to be in this industry, though. Do you really want to be? And I promise you, if Monique would have got paid and would have got paid what she wanted to be from Netflix, she wouldn't be complaining. That's another problem. It's all about me, I. Because again, I tell people, before y'all sit up here and defend these people in the industry, y'all got to understand these people are selfish. Most people, to be an entertainer, well, people are not going to tell you that most actors and actresses and singers are the most, how can I put this in a nice way? Some of the most aggrandizing, vapid, selfish, shallow-ass people I've ever known. Selfish. Because to be successful in the entertainment industry, you have to like attention. To be in the entertainment industry, you have to do a lot of self-promotion. So a lot of these people are very selfish, are very self-absorbed. Let's put it that way. So the idea that Katt Williams and Monique are telling it for whose benefit? Theirs. And then now I come out that Katt Williams and Monique finna go on a comedy tour. What did I say in my Katt Williams video? What did I tell y'all? I said, this is about free advertising and marketing. And I told y'all in my Katt Williams video, I said, I'm just waiting for the next person to come out that's going to end up going on a tour with Katt Williams. And now I hear that Monique and Katt Williams are doing on a tour. Y'all fall for this shit every time. They are not doing anything to help the next generation of Black talent. They're not doing anything to help the next generation of Black people. They're not forming their own companies. They're not doing anything. And Leo Lyon said, I'm sorry, but I think Katt is bitter as hell. I get that he sells out arenas, but he hasn't had much crossover success in movies and TVs. He's had small movie roles, always played a pimp. No lies spoken there. And then they want to drag Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart gave Monique money, y'all. And she paid him back, but then you're going to drag somebody that didn't have to help you? Why would you do that? Why? Why would you do that? So you're going to drag somebody that didn't have to help you? And like I said, I don't know these people personally. I'm not a fangirl over Katt Williams or DL Hughley or Kevin Hart. But I just find it very shameful that you would drag Kevin Hart when he's giving you money. Like, to me, it just seems like sour grapes and jealousy because Kevin Hart has played the game. Kevin Hart has like the #1, #2 movie on Netflix. Kevin Hart sitting back counting his money like, What did y'all say? Oh, okay. Anyway, 100,000, 200,000. Like Kevin Hart is like Kevin Hart been in the business a long time and worked his way up from the bottom all the way to the top. And so Kevin Hart has played the game, had his own production company. Yeah, next thing you know, Katt and Monique will have a fallout. Exactly. Because again, I've learned a saying that when everyone's around you is an asshole, the asshole just might be you. I've learned that the hard way. Someone told me that a long time ago. That someone told me, someone said, Kiki, when everyone around you is a bitch or an asshole, uh, it just might be you. It might be you. Yeah, Katt. Bobby said that Katt's ticket sales went up 800% within a week of the Shay interview. Yeah, y'all fall for this. He's telling it like it is. So who is Katt Williams hurting? Kevin Hart still has a Netflix deal. Somebody was online was like, well, yeah, he's telling them to for what end? For DL still got his show. Kevin Hart is still Kevin Hart. Ricky Smiley is still Ricky Smiley. Martin Lawrence is still Martin Lawrence. They ain't losing no deals. You just put their name out there in the public more. I'm sure they interest on their social media went up too. I'm sure they got more clicks and views and subscribers on their Twitters and Instagrams too. So what, by Katt Williams and Monique saying this, they've done what? Oprah still got her billions. Tyler Perry still got his billions. Lee Daniels is still Lee Daniels. So who is this really benefiting? It's benefiting them. It's not benefiting Black people. It's not benefiting the next generation of comedians. It's not benefiting the next generation of actors or actresses. Who is this benefiting, y'all? Who it's benefiting content creators like myself because it adds clicks and views. It's benefiting Shannon Sharp because he got millions of views, is putting money in his pocket. So thank you everybody for being here. But thank you, Monique and Katt Williams. Thank you. And Cedric the Entertainer is just Cedric the Entertainer. He talking about he stole some joke. I'm like, do you know how many white comedians have stole? That's another thing that irritates me. Do you know how many white comedians have stole other white comedians' jokes? You know how many comedians hate Joe Rogan? You know how dirty I could anyway. I could go on and on about Joe Rogan and how he's a quote unquote comedian, but he really not that funny. Katt Williams is truthful about that, but he didn't go in that hard on Joe Rogan. And Joe Rogan's like, hey, I'll have you on my show. I don't know if they're working in the background, but I'd love to see it. But again, they don't go hard on the white. You mean to tell me that Katt Williams ain't had no interaction with white comedians? Monique ain't had no interactions with white executives or white comedians because they know that Black comedians and Black talent is low-hanging fruit. It's easy for people to pick on us. It's easy for Black people to tear down other Black people. When white people don't do this. White people have beef with other people in the industry all the time. Leo Lyon says, I'm wondering why Monique didn't address what Katt said when he went on with Wanda and Frank, and I don't know if anyone caught it. What Katt said, Monique didn't get the deal because of ticket sales. She didn't get a deal because I saw her Netflix special. It wasn't that funny, in my opinion. It wasn't that funny. So like DL said today, maybe you should pay attention on writing instead of complaining. Maybe you should pay attention to your craft instead of complaining. And make sure y'all like and thumbs up the video, please, y'all in here. I appreciate y'all being here on a Sunday. May the church say amen, amen. You know, and I hate Joe Rogan. I can't stand him, but you think Joe Rogan ain't pissed off people in the industry? But Joe Rogan's putting on his friends. So Katt Williams and Monique, who y'all putting on? White people get in the industry, they put on their friends. Karen Cullen from my favorite place in Ireland. Holy shit. Oh my God, I love Ireland and I want to visit. Oh my God, in Ireland, I saw on the news that they're so close to unification because I keep up with Ireland all the time in the north. Anyway, yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. Peace and love to Ireland for a unified Ireland one day. Monique need to get another business manager. Yes, instead of having her daddy and her husband as her manager. And so again, to me, this is like setting us back as Black people. Like, I feel embarrassed about the situation. I feel bad for the people that she's drugged. I feel bad for them. Holy shit. Yeah. There's a Irish. Okay, anyway, sidebar. There is a guy named Davey Holden that I subscribe to his channel, and he does like Irish history and stuff. So, I just had to say shout out to that. But anyway, Davey Holden. So if y'all are into Irish history, because I love Irish history. Xavier B says you don't understand. You don't understand what's happening. I do understand what's happening. I like I said, I do have to say full disclosure. I did not watch all of Monique's um interview with Club Shay Shay, but I have watched all of her other interviews. I did watch her on the Steve Harvey. I did watch her everything. My thing at the end of the day is you the thing I would tell people who want to get into the industry, want to be a comedian, actor, actress, number one, get you a good manager and get you a good agent. Not your cousin, not your friend, not your daddy, not your husband, not your boyfriend, not your mama. Okay? If you're talking about making deals in the industry, you have to have a lawyer. Bobby says he's Irish too. What's up, Bobby? Are you from Ireland, Irish, or you just Irish? And I don't care about what you don't, because at this point, if Tyler Perry says anything, I don't care what Tyler Perry has to say. Tyler Perry has came on and done interviews and said things years ago about this situation between him and Monique. The point is, if you're working in the industry, you have to, there's people that you're not going to get along with. That's my whole point. There are things that are going to happen that you don't like. Those deals are going to fall through. There's people you're not going to get along with. And if you want to go blab to the media, you are behind the scenes blackballing and cutting your career. And that's the same thing for the industry that we all work in. Y'all go to work and drag your boss. So Xavier B, if you got a job, boo, you go to work and tell your boss, you ain't shit. I don't like you, and I don't like my coworkers, and see how far you get with that. See if you have a job. Entertainment industry is no different. If somebody gives you a job and you don't like your boss, guess what? You may tell your coworkers, but you don't come to your boss and be in his face and be like, you know what, boss man, boss lady, you ain't shit and I don't like you. See how fast you be bounced the hell up out of there. I mean, really. Like, to me, it's common sense that people in the industry, that people who are not in the industry feel like, well, you should tell it like it is. Well, why don't you go to your job and you tell it like it is? Xavier, I'm waiting for that video. You get on TikTok or Instagram and you do a short and you go to your boss and be like, I don't like this place. I don't like how this is run. And I want more money. And y'all better give it to me. And I'm going to still keep my job. I'm not promoting mistreating black women, but how was Monique mistreated? Because she didn't get the money that she treated? Do you know black women out there are getting really mistreated? Monique was mad because she didn't get the money in the deal that she wanted from Netflix. That's why she was upset. Monique wasn't SA'd. She wasn't beat up. Nothing illegal happened to her. It was a business deal. I don't agree with I know women, especially black women in the industry, don't get treated like other groups of women and other groups of people. I agree. So Monique, so the way I'm not agreeing with what Monique said. I'm disagreeing with how she went about it. Monique, the only black woman that been mistreated in the industry? She not. Honey, this has been going on for decades. She's the only black female comedian or only female comedian that ain't been treated good. Oh, you think Tina Fey ain't got some stories? You think Tina Fey didn't work her way from the bottom? If you know Tina Fey's story, go look it up. Go listen to what she's saying. And listen to her story of how she was treated in the industry. Tina Fey been in the industry for a long time, been a writer, comedian, a long time. And how she was treated when she was the only woman in these writing rooms. When she was the only woman there. And you think she ain't been mistreated? Is Tina Fey up here dragging people? You think Amy Schumer hadn't been treated some type of way? They didn't call Amy Schumer ugly. There's roles that she got passed up on. She not the only one. Women in the comedy industry have been treated bad for decades, honey. You want to go back all the way to Mom's Mabley, baby? You don't know your history. Don't go there with me. I know the history of this industry. I know people in the industry right now who are women, and they're out there fighting hard, in the industry. Yes, Netflix did settle, but the point is, Monique should have had an agent. Where is her agent? How do you be in the industry and you don't have an agent? That's your husband. Yes, Netflix settled after she went out and blabbed and everything. But again, her comedy special, it shouldn't even have been an issue where Netflix even settled, because you have representation. You have an agent. You have a manager in the business. That's not your husband. Right. You talking about Monique getting misaligned in the entertainment industry? Don't be in it. You have a choice. Don't be in it. I'm not saying Monique is not talented. I'm not saying that she's not worth the money. Was she worth the money that she was asking for? Yes. But it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Like I said, I can walk into my boss and be like, look, you finna give me some more money. Or I could walk into my boss and be like, you know what? These are the things that I've done. I've done this spreadsheet. I do this, I back up this. And I really think I deserve a more salary. You learn that in time and age and wisdom. Monique's too old to be acting like this. But you learn how to deal with people. And then if you can't, in the entertainment industry, you don't do that. As Monique, I don't walk in an office as a talent and tell Netflix anything. I send my agent. You know what Monique says? She don't want this amount of money. She wants this instead. Like Diddy settled. That's the industry. That's the industry. Diddy settled because he didn't want his name dragged through the mud. But Diddy's situation is with an ex-girlfriend, not a business decision. Monique, we're not talking about an ex-husband or ex-boyfriend. We're talking about a comedy special deal. We're talking about business. Y'all getting business and pleasure confused. The industry is a business. They will lowball you every damn time for your talent. Because they don't want to pay you. They want to get as much money as they can out of you and not pay you. That's all of us. Every job that every one of us are sitting here who have jobs, we understand that your company does not want to pay you your worth. So you have two choices in the regular world. Leave and go get another job. I've done it. You know what? I'm not doing all this work and getting paid XYZ. I'm going somewhere else. I'm going somewhere else where they're going to offer me better money and a better deal. You leave and move on. If she don't want to be with Netflix, she should have went to HBO. She should have went to any of the streaming channels or any other channel. If Netflix won't give you a coin, go to HBO. But again, I don't think HBO would have offered her that money either. Yeah, of course they'd be afraid of a lawsuit because it costs money. Xavier, are you naive? Settle means you're afraid. Yes, you're afraid of a lawsuit. When you go to a lawsuit, it costs money. It costs lawyers. Then they have a certain thing called discovery. I'm a law student. They have discovery where they have to put out every email, everything. Companies don't want to go through that, so they will settle. But the point is, you shouldn't get to the point of settling if you have a lawyer. Who wants to go through all of that? A talent or creative doesn't want to go through that, and neither does a studio. And settlements are done for a lot of reasons, but I'm telling you, the number one reason settlements are done is because of discovery and money. Not that they're afraid that they're going to lose. They want it to end and be done with it. And then when they do settle, they put it in a clause where you can't talk about it anymore. So that's another issue. When they settle, they put in a settlement clause that the person can't talk about it no more. Because these studios and companies understand that their reputation is more valuable to them than winning a lawsuit. And you have a good agent. You don't have to file a lawsuit. So you mean to tell me that every comedian that didn't get their money, they had to file a lawsuit? That doesn't happen in the industry. You don't hear about this every day. This doesn't happen every day. There are plenty of talent that got lowballed. Netflix does plenty of specials and does plenty of deals with people all over the world. And they come to the table and they sign contracts and they sign distribution deals and offer them what they're going to pay them for their special. No, the judge didn't agree with Monique. If you're settling, you're not going before a court. What are you talking about? Now, what are you talking about? What I'm saying is it should never get to the point where you go before a judge. That's what you're missing. You're missing the point. The point is it's not about a settlement or a judgment. The point is it should never get to a judgment. When you get to the point where you're suing a studio, you're going to get blackballed in the industry. People are not going to want to work with you. Yes, with no representation. Tell him, Bobby. With no representation, Xavier B. Who goes into a deal with Netflix, a major studio, with no representation? Your husband is your representative? Who wants to file a lawsuit? Nobody wants to go to court, talent or otherwise. She brought it forth. I'm saying that she shouldn't have brought it forth. If Netflix would have paid her the money that she had, there would be no reason to bring it forth. Netflix have deals with Trevor Noah, with Dave Chappelle. She had no representation, Xavier B. So you go into a deal with a major studio with no agency, with no representation, no lawyer, no representation, just your husband. Why? That's my point. Why? Why would you go into the industry like this? Because Dave Chappelle has a representative. Trevor Noah has a representative. Ricky Gervais has a representative. They not sitting in front of Netflix, a Netflix executive, and talking about anything. Their agency calls them and sets up these deals and sits on a damn Zoom call now these days and regulates the contract. And if she didn't like the contract, sue for what? You go to another place. There's plenty of comedians that Netflix have offered them money that you've never heard about. That they went to HBO. And they on HBO Max right now. Because you go to someplace else that's trying to offer you more money. I don't care, but you're missing the point. The point is she would have got her money and never brought forward a court settlement or anything if she would have handled her business in the first place. That's my point. Why are you going to court and fighting Netflix when you damn well know in the future that you're going to want another deal possibly with Netflix? Netflix offered her what they thought was proper for whatever they thought it was. And companies do that. You think Netflix is the only company that does that? It's not a discriminatory practice when they will lowball other talent. Monique is not this big, huge star like Dave Chappelle is. No, or Kevin Hart. She thought she needed Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle type money. And I'm here to say, y'all can debate that all day, but I don't think she deserved all that kind of money. She can debate it. She can say she wanted that money. That's true. But you can't sit there and say that automatically she should have got X price instead of that price. That's up to the company whether they want to give you that or not. It's like me walking into a job and be like, I deserve $40 an hour. Okay, well, we're not going to give it to you. Oh, well, y'all discriminating against me because you don't want to give me $40 an hour. Well, man, we don't think, looking at your resume, we don't think you're worth that. Why would I not just go and leave and go get another job somewhere else? And then on top of that, if she wants to have another thing with Netflix, you think Netflix is going to give her another deal? So she can pull this stunt again? You think HBO or Paramount or any Disney or whoever is going to give her a deal for a TV show, knowing that if she don't get the money that she going to get, she's going to claim discrimination and sue again? You're crazy. You're crazy. I'm definitely, honey, I went to SMU Law School, business law, not entertainment law. Jamie Foxx new movie, that's nothing to do with entertainment law. I've seen Jamie Foxx new movie. That has nothing to do with entertainment law. They're suing a business. I know the whole case about the funeral homes and everything. That's not entertainment law. It has nothing to do with entertainment law. Entertainment law is its own specialty. You can't hire a criminal lawyer or a business lawyer to do entertainment law. No, I don't. I didn't study entertainment law, but I know that you don't go, that if you do not get your deal or what you want, then you move on. That's what I'm saying. Or you're not answering the question. Monique is not the only comedian out there. All these comedians have agents. So why doesn't Monique have an agent? So where you don't have to file a lawsuit. Lawsuit takes time, money, energy. Who in the hell want to go around suing their way through Hollywood? Good luck. If you think that suing your way through Hollywood is going to get you a contract, you know nothing about the business, honey. Suing a business is not the same as suing Netflix. Netflix owns the streaming. Netflix is your reputation. I can tell you don't know anything about the entertainment industry. Monique has got a reputation of complaining and suing. You'll never get work. She can be a comedian and have comedy specials, but again, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. It'd be like me suing Walmart, but I still want to work there. You're not going to work there again. She's not going to get another Netflix deal. She hasn't. So what was the point of that? That she got her money? But at the end of the deal, it's about relationships. I know, but that's not business law. The guy that he sued for in the Jamie Foxx movie, I know the real story. He was in competition. The old man was in competition with other funeral homes, and they were trying to squeeze him out. They were trying to squeeze him out, and they were trying to take advantage of him. He doesn't have a business. He doesn't have to have a business relationship with those companies anymore. He sued. He got his money. He can move on with his life. In the entertainment industry, it's not like that. You have to go work. Netflix, you have to go work for these companies. You get a reputation in any business, I don't care what it is, of suing companies, they don't want to work with you. You get a reputation of being difficult in the entertainment industry, especially, they don't want to work with you. So it's best she does stay as a comedian, because Monique is not going to get a TV show or a deal. Somebody would have to give her a chance. I'm not saying that she's never going to get that. I'm not saying it's okay to take advantage. I'm saying that we live in a capitalistic society. So companies are going not to take advantage of you in a legal way, but companies are going to try to lowball you. So I'm just telling you that you don't understand the entertainment industry. I'm just saying that there would be no need. Again, you're not answering my question, Xavier. I'm telling you. So when you go into a deal with anybody, and you get ready to sign a contract, you don't send a representation. You send in yourself or your husband. That doesn't happen in the entertainment industry. You have an agent. That's what your agent is for, to keep you from suing, to keep you from going round and round. That's what talent has. They have an agent and they have a manager. It has nothing to do with punitive. You don't even know the meaning of the word punitive. Again, business law is not the entertainment industry. Business, you can go sue somebody because they either slighted you in some way, but you don't have to do business with that company. You're not in the industry with this company. So is Monique suing Netflix? Who did that benefit besides her getting a settlement? Is she ever going to have business? Do you think any streaming channel is going to want to do business with her after this? They haven't. The proof is in the pudding. She sued Netflix. That was like what, 5 years ago? Right, it was 5 years ago. I mean, so in the end, she's screwing herself on the back end because, again, whether y'all like it or not, that's how the industry works. I didn't make the industry. I'm not defending the industry. It's all about who you know. If you piss off the wrong people in the industry, you will get blackballed. It's just the truth. There are people out there, I could say names, but I won't, that have been blackballed from the industry for various reasons. Either behind the scenes or things that they've said. Y'all just think really hard. She won't get the business deals like she wants. Yes. That's why she's going on tour with Katt Williams, because that's all she could do is to be on comedy tours. But the point is, for a comedian is to be like Kevin Hart. The point of a comedian is to have your own TV show, is to make more money. That is the point of you being in the business, not to stay here. Your point is to get up here. Any industry. If you are content staying, if Monique is content staying here, then let her be there. But the point is to have TV shows, endorsement deals. Kevin Hart is on all these Super Bowl commercials. Y'all see them Super Bowl, the sports betting thing that he's on? The point of being in the industry is to be Kevin Hart. You know, like I said, I'm not caping for Kevin Hart, but he has Netflix deal. He has a multi-million-dollar Netflix deal. Kevin Hart has TV shows. He does appearances. He's on commercials. He's making money. The point is to have your star rise to make money. If your goal is to get mad and just sue companies, then hey, if that's the way that you want to go, so be it. But you're not gonna rise here doing that. You're not. But how much money did she make off that deal, Xavier? How much money did she make off that deal? That's my question. You're not answering any question. No, I'm saying I'm a former law student, but it's not entertainment law. I'm saying I'm not talking about the legal aspects of what Monique did. Let me clear this up, because you sound dumb. I'm not talking about the legal aspects of what Monique did. She can sue whoever she want to sue. She can get a settlement all she want to. I'm talking about her career-wise, not about getting a funky lawsuit that Netflix don't give a shit about, because Netflix is making billions, baby. Netflix have other talent to pay. Dave Chappelle is making millions off of his Netflix deal. What is Monique making by suing Netflix and getting a settlement? She settled for what? She don't have a Netflix deal. I'd much rather have a Netflix deal and work with them and have TV shows and movies and Dave Chappelle like money than be Monique. So which one would you rather do? If you said that you'd rather sue a company and get a settlement and not ever work and not get to this high level in the business, you're not business minded. Undisclosed. Did she did a special? She ain't did a special since. I promise you the special was part of that deal. And not everybody knows, like GSP says, that she will sue you. So you have to deal with the reputation that you have in Hollywood. And I promise you, baby, Monique will never get another Netflix special again. Or an HBO one, or a Paramount one, or a Disney TV show, or anything like that. She has not. Monique's career, since she came out and tried to drag Lee Daniels into Precious stuff, her career is tanked. One of the reasons why Netflix lowballed her is because because I'm telling you, I can't say this, how I know, but one of the reasons why Netflix didn't give her money is because her reputation of being difficult. So you think your reputation don't influence your coin? It does. In the entertainment industry, it does. So one of the reasons why they didn't think her Netflix special was that funny, from what I've heard, and one of the reasons why they lowballed her, because they knew that Monique was difficult to work with. So if you think that your reputation doesn't precede you in the entertainment industry, it's good. And yes, Netflix job is to lowball. And you get your agent to work your value up. That's what an agent and a manager do. But Monique don't have that. So she had to sue. Nobody wants to sue. They blackballed her. No, they blackballed her because she went to the press, and you never do that in the industry. You don't do that in the industry. They blackballed her because she sued. She sued, and then she was mad at Tyler Perry and all that stuff that went on with Precious. There was no need for her to be that salty about something that happened 15 years ago. And companies see this, and that's how it goes. And that's how it goes. Yes, it's called negotiation. You negotiate your salary. You get residuals and you negotiate your salary. Why do you think the actors went on strike for 4 months? Because they understand that the movie industry, they didn't want to pay the talent. They don't want to pay the extras. They didn't want to pay the people the residuals of what they deserve. That's why they went on strike. They had to, for the whole industry. But again, she went to the press and blabbed and complained about it. I'm not saying who lied, don't lie. You don't know that, Xavier, and neither do I. If you want to take Monique's word for it, you go right ahead. I'm not taking Monique's word for it. She didn't want to promote for free. That's what you do in the business. That you don't know the business. That's what they do. When you see these actors out here on press tours for these smaller movies, not like Marvel movies, they're out promoting it for free. You do understand that's what's done in the movie industry. In smaller films, smaller independent films, they don't pay people to go out here and promote. They actors and actresses do press tours, do prestige press tours for free. I understand that she recorded it. But the point is, she's complaining about a practice that happens in the business all the time. So my point is, Monique, what was the point of it? I'm not saying she lied or didn't lie. I'm just saying that people want to believe that what she's saying. Monique's been ranting and raving. This was 15 years ago. So again, for somebody who wants to make it in the industry, I'm not saying that like I said before when I started this video, I'm not saying that Katt Williams and Monique are liars. I'm just saying the way they went about it was not good. Harvey Weinstein was out here abusing women. He was committing crimes. No one committed a crime against Monique. No one was essaying her. Yeah, Harvey Weinstein is sitting in jail, not a lawsuit. He did get sued, but he committed a crime. So he deserved to be sitting in jail. And that's R, and I can't say the words, but SA, you know. That recording was old, and she illegally recorded him without his knowledge. There you go. Then you trying to get on. Ain't no getting under my skin for nothing. I don't know these people. I'm not caping for Monique or Katt or Oprah or none of these people. I'm just letting y'all know that this is how the business works. It's relationships and who you know. If Monique want to go around and record people and sue companies, she can do all that she can do whatever she want to do. But that's her career. That's her cross to bear. I'm not a law student now. I said I used to be a law student, but I'm telling you the entertainment law and business law are two different things. Just like criminal law are three different things. It's three different things. If you are in the business, because if Monique wants to go around and suing people, I'm saying that's on her. But she's not gonna get from here to here in the entertainment industry. Look, she not gonna do it. I'm not caping for nobody. Like Xavier, you sound like you caping for Monique, like you over here licking her pussy. I mean, y'all, again, my channel's not monetized, so I can go in. But it just sounds like you caping for Monique, like you her daddy or something. These stars are in an industry that is full of demonic retributes. I'm just gonna tell you right now. The entertainment industry is full of selfish people, drug addicts, alcoholics, and messed up people. If you want to be in that industry, that's fine. I'm not in that industry. I don't work in the entertainment industry, but I know people who do. And you have to take it how you take it. And you have to either try to change it or get out of it. I don't even know who Eugene Carroll, that's a defamation suit. What are you talking about? There's a difference between defamation, like you pulling out stuff that has nothing to do with it. Sexual assault has nothing to do with defamation, has nothing to do with entertainment law. Yeah, it's full of predators. So if you want to be in the entertainment industry, I'm not defending it, but that's the entertainment industry that Monique and Katt Williams want to be a part of. And you can't tell me that Monique ain't never done nothing underhanded. Katt Williams ain't never done nothing underhanded. Come on now. Ain't nobody in the entertainment industry clean. Nobody. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. People have done things in the entertainment industry for money that compromise. And my point is, if you want to do something for Black people in the entertainment industry, you would create your own. Monique is trying to help herself in her own pockets. I don't support that. I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with people in the entertainment industry wanting to do things just for themselves. Any industry. I agree that if you're in the entertainment industry and you're a woman or you're Black, what white celebrities and white stars do, are they up here suing and complaining? No. I'm not Eugene Carroll. That's a defamation lawsuit. That's nothing to do with entertainment. Nothing to do. I won't even speak on that. Nothing to do with entertainment. Yeah, I'm like, there's nothing to do with nothing. The point is, you're in the entertainment industry. If you're up here trying to drag other Black people, I have a problem with you. Because again, white people don't have problems with Netflix. White people don't have problems with contracts and with other stars and other people. They do all the time. They not coming up here on Club Shay dragging people. Ain't nobody up here dragging Joe Rogan. You think Joe Rogan ain't got enemies? Sit down. You think he ain't pissed off people in the industry? He has. You think Seinfeld ain't pissed off people in the industry? Seinfeld up at the top, baby. You think he ain't made people mad? Of course he has. Like everybody has had to do something in the industry that has pissed off another person. It's just, you're dealing with human beings. Brad Pitt's life mess. Don't do my boy like that. But don't do Brad Pitt. He owns his own production company. Hear me try to defend Brad Pitt. Damn it, I'm a cape for Brad Pitt. You want to talk about people caping? I'm gonna cape for. Don't you do my Brad? Don't do my baby like that. But yeah, his life is a mess too. You think these stars don't have beef with each other? There's stars that I know for a fact that hate each other. Scarlett Johansson lawsuit. I agree with her lawsuit because she had a contract. She sued Disney, which she rightfully should, because Disney tried to change the distribution deal on her contract, dummy. That has nothing to do with her entering a deal saying, we're going to give you a special and pay you this month, and she turning it down. She had already made Black Widow. I'm familiar with that, very much so. I love the entertainment industry. Leave Brad Pitt alone. Don't you do him. But yeah, Scarlett Johansson should have sold because her movie was released in the theater. They cut it quickly, and then they put it on streaming. That's nothing to do with what happened to Monique. Nobody was cutting her movie. She didn't film a movie or a TV special, and then they came back and said, well, we're not going to pay you. She went in there with a deal. She should have negotiated like the rest of them do. If you want future money, you just keep your mouth shut. Yes, Bobby, yes. In the entertainment industry, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. You don't blab to the press. Because then people are not going to work with you because they can't trust you. The entertainment industry is all about nepotism and trust. Y'all understand why some directors keep getting movies? You're like, how the fuck did that person keep getting all these movies? And they movies in the last 3 movies didn't make no money because they know people in the industry. And like I said, I'm not saying it's fair. Why do you think you think Kevin Hart hasn't been slighted when he was coming up in the industry? Come on now. You think so? You think them older comedians, when Kevin Hart was coming up, you think them older comedians didn't do Kevin Hart wrong? When he was coming up in the industry and he started becoming popular and people started becoming jealous of him, you think people didn't release things about Kevin Hart and say things about his marriage that ended and all of that? They did that. People do stuff like that, and DL went off on, and like I said, I didn't even get into DL because DL went off on her. And if you see the video that DL just posted, he went off on her. He was like, what are you talking about? That Monique was up here lying. That she was up there lying on DL. Yeah, Shannon Sharp being messy with all this. Where's the white celebrity friends that drag their colleagues? Thank you. That's my whole point. Yeah, Scarlett wasn't afraid. She has a contract. How's she still in the Avengers? Where? What TV show has a Black Widow been on, Xavier? What TV show? What TV show? They did What If? They didn't have all these Marvel TV shows. People have made cameos in all these Marvel movies. Have you seen the Scarlet Witch? Matter of fact, they coming out with the new movie where Elena Belova is not a Black Widow. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Scarlet where? Scarlet came out and said that she done with the Black Widow. Cause again, they like, oh, Elena Belova, you the new Black Widow now. And Scarlett Johansson is not the Black Widow. Frances Pugh is not a new Black Widow. What are you talking about? So obviously, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, especially when it comes to Marvel, because I do. I follow Marvel heavily. The Thunderbolts movie? They got a Black Widow. Frances Pugh, baby. What TV show has Scarlett Johansson been on? Let's see, she wasn't on Loki. She wasn't on the Captain America show. She wasn't on the Miss Marvel show. Hell, they didn't even use her voice for the What If cartoon. What the fuck are you talking about? So watch Monique. What Netflix special she finna be on? What HBO? Yeah, where she at? Thunderbolts movie finna come out, honey. The new Black Widow is Elena Belova, which is the Scarlet Witch sister that was in the last movie. Frances Pugh, honey. Thunderbolts movie come out 2025. Yeah, Scarlett ain't been in nothing. She ain't been in What If. They didn't even use her voice in What If. Thank you, I know. Like, come on now, you can't go there with Marvel and Disney. Shit, that's everybody know that's my jam. That's my bread and butter, sci-fi. Scarlett ain't been on that. She sued. She got her money. She gone. You ain't killing nothing. A lawsuit is not helping you in the industry. You can sue a ham sandwich in the industry. Y'all go back and look and see the stars that have sued and settled and see where their careers went. Go back and look. Baby, I'm all well-rounded. I'm all the way live, baby, 360. If you go back and look and see the stars, just like Johnny Depp, he ain't got no fucking career. He not gonna have no career. Where Johnny Depp at? Amber Heard Her bitch ass got kicked out the movie. The Aquaman movie. She was in there for about 5 minutes. Because Hollywood don't like mess. Hollywood don't like mess. Look at Mel Gibson and all his antics and all his bullshit. Where Mel Gibson at? Y'all seen Mel Gibson? Where he at? Where he at? He was in Daddy's Home, and then he got a new movie coming out next year, I think. He's a cameo movie. He been gone from Hollywood for a hot minute because he was up there with the police officer calling her sugar tits, and he was up there talking bad about his wife fucking black people and N-words and all that shit. Where's Mel Gibson at? Right. How is that worth your that's worth it? How is that? Your money is never worth your reputation. That's why Usher is performing at the Super Bowl with no money. These artists don't get paid for doing the Super Bowl shows because your reputation is your money. Your ability to get another job is your money. 20-year-olds buy movie tickets and they don't care about old actors. Show them. That's why Monique is doing. You think a person makes more money on a comedy tour than they do on advertising deals in a TV show? You've lost your fucking mind. Kevin Hart does his comedy tours because he makes money, he likes it. But I promise you that multi-million-dollar Netflix deal he has. Look at Adam Sandler. Baby, Adam Sandler don't do anything but Netflix anymore because Adam Sandler got that bomb-ass Netflix deal that everybody wants. And every time Adam Sandler come out with one of his lame-ass fucking movies, he makes money. Cha-ching. Because some of these comedians don't want to go on tour. Some of them love it, and they love going on tour. But they understand that going on tour is rigorous, it's grueling, it's hard. They do it. They do it because they like doing it. But at the end of the day, you're making more money off of advertising deals. You're making more money on the back end. You're making more money from residual off of TV shows and movies than you'll ever make on a comedy tour. $500,000, I don't care if Monique got $1 million in that lawsuit. She has lost $1 million worth of revenue because she could have had deals with HBO and Netflix and Paramount and Disney and could have had $10-20 million in these 5 years. No, see, Adam complained. She accepted she accepted $50,000 for Precious. That was 15 years ago, y'all. Y'all have to adjust for inflation. Precious was a small movie. Nobody complains. But again, you don't see white people. Where they complaining at? Where the white people at? I don't see white people complaining. You think white stars don't get lowballed by Netflix or HBO Max? HBO Max is broke right now. Like I said, you can't touch me with the industry because I follow the industry real hard. Not just black people. Because some of y'all just follow black stars and what black people do. I follow the whole industry. I don't come on here on my channel and talk a lot about the industry because, again, I don't have anything. I like entertainment. I love comedians but I don't cape for these people. I don't follow celebrities. I don't be on Instagram and X like a lot of y'all do. Ooh, who's dating who? And Blueface did this. And this person did. I don't give a fuck about what celebrity who was fucking who was sexing who I'm not enamored with celebrities. I don't care. And at the end of the day, I don't care what Monique and Katt Williams do. My bigger picture is the black community. I care about the black community. I care about black people. I care about how black people are seen on social media, in the industry, and by other white folks. And I ask white people, what do y'all think about this? Because y'all can ask black people and they'll tell you one thing. Ask white people, what do y'all think about this? And some of the white people are like, who cares? Who are these people? They don't even know who the fuck Monique, barely know who Monique and Katt Williams was before all this came out. And then Monique and Katt Williams, and then like I said, y'all fall for this shit because Monique and Katt Williams are going on a comedy tour. So I've said all along that this is about clicks and views and advertising. This is clout chasing at its finest. Just like Lil Nas X get on Instagram and talk about he finna go to a religious college and he Jesus, and people run to it and get all outraged. And I'm like, y'all do know that this is just clout chasing at its finest. This is just free advertising for Club Shay, for Katt Williams, and for Monique. That apparently in 2024, the way to clout chase now is the drag. So you got to get on here and be negative and drag other black people. But you're not dragging the industry. You're not dragging producers. You're not dragging white people. You drag black people. That's the worst thing of all. So that's why I get angry. I don't give a fuck what Monique do with her money. She can sue whoever the fuck she want to sue. I don't care. I don't care about these people. What I care about is the idea that for centuries, we have been the targets of other people. And now we're the targets, apparently, of our own people for clout chasing and ticket sales and tour promotions. Wonderful. So this is what we've gone to in 2024. We've gone to this level of clout chasing now and free advertising. She literally sued what? Why? But she ain't drag. The only people I hear Monique dragging, I don't care about who she sues. I don't care about the law. The only people I hear Monique dragging is Tyler Perry, Oprah, Netflix. She not dragging the Netflix executive. Do you know the name of who? Wait a minute. Did Monique mention the name of the Netflix executive that she had a problem with that lowballed her? Did she name that person? Let me think. No. Why is she naming that person? Netflix is not the white man. Name the executive that lowballed you. No. What white man? What white man? She didn't drag this. Thank you. What suit did she drag? Xavier, who brokered the deal for her at Netflix? She knows who that person is. Did she drag that person? Did she drag the head of Netflix? I'm waiting. What did she come out and say the person's name? She said Netflix. That's not the suit who offered her the deal. They have a division that works with the entertainment industry. I know the person's name. I know who that person is. That's a name that y'all have never even heard of because he don't get out there in the industry very often. Who at that time? So she dragging what white man? Who's Katt Williams naming by name white besides Joe Rogan? He barely even dragged him. She sued what white man? You saying sued the white man? What white man? Netflix is not a man. Netflix is a corporation. When she sat in there for that deal, she's not sitting before Netflix, this inanimate object. When you go in for a deal, when she was going in there negotiating her deal and her contract, she had people that she talked to. There are executives that, I don't know if she talked to them personally, maybe her husband, whoever, talked to. So who was the person who offered her the deal? There is a person. Netflix is a company, not a white man. It's a company. They have a division. They have different divisions. Let me school you since y'all don't know. Okay, Netflix has divisions. They have one for TV shows, one for movies, one for TV. They have different divisions. So when she went in there, there's a division that handles the comedy special. So the person who offered her the deal, who is that person? And then that person who has say so over that. It's not like some faceless person. There are people making decisions and deals what money to offer talent. Who is that person at Netflix that offered her whatever money that she didn't like? You can't tell. She knows that person's name. I know that person's name. It's easy to look up. I know the person's name. Systematic racism led by corporations, but corporations are led by people, honey. What are you talking about? A corporation isn't led by themselves. When you talk about systematic racism, the corporations have CEOs, they have directors, they have people making decisions. So who is making the decision to give Monique the low ball that she didn't like? Who is that person? Because that's run by an executive. Netflix is a corporation. When I walk into my company and they offering me a certain amount for a raise, it's not some faceless person. The head of my division, my CFO, decides who gets what raise. So if I have an issue, I have an issue with the CFO, not just my company. She quick to call out her own color, but dropping the balls with these big executive names. Thank you. You throw the executive of Netflix under the bus. Who offered you? Who's the head of the comedian division? I know who that person is. So again, if she's saying that they are, okay, how are we back on Kevin Hart? Get out of here. How are we back on Kevin Hart? Kevin Hart gave Monique money. And you're changing the subject. Who was the person that offered Monique that deal? The person. Who was the executive that pulled the trigger? And why hasn't Monique named that person? Because again, these mofos know who not to name. Katt Williams talking about all these movie roles and he had to dress like a woman. I went up and looked these movies. I'm like, okay, who wrote this movie? Who's a producer on this movie? Who produced Juwanna Man? Who produced Big Mama's House? Who wrote these movies? They didn't look like this. Who's the casting director of these movies? I didn't hear him calling out them. Well, this producer wanted me to do this and producer wanted it. I'm not talking Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart loaned her money. Kevin Hart shouldn't even done that. Kevin Hart's not obligated to do anything for Monique. It is the industry. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. And again, Monique is the only person that's been done dirty. Come on now. How do we not care about the executive, but she's pointing out Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and Tyler Perry? She can call them out. They're executives. Lee Daniels is a director. Oprah is a producer. Tyler Perry was a producer. So we're not calling out the Netflix producers? We're not calling out the Netflix? I'm not talking about the head of the studio, but who gave her the offer? So, again, how is that not interview worthy? It is for the business. She not calling them people out. Oprah didn't greenlight Precious and offer her that money. That's not coming out of Oprah's pocket or whoever the producers are. The movie studio did. So again, if she can call out Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry and other producers, she can't call out the Netflix ones? Come on now. Come on now. She calling out people just because they're famous? I'm calling out the producers who try to offer me less money. Which means name someone famous for Netflix. It's about you. If Monique is speaking her truth, it's not about naming. Why would she go in trying to name people that are just famous? That's called, wait a minute. That's called clout chasing. If you are calling out famous people because you know it's going to get you attention and they're famous, that's called clout chasing. I thought this was all about her telling the truth. So if you're really trying to tell the truth, why don't you tell the truth on the people who are running the industry that you're in? Because again, they're scared of those people. Because those people have power. Tyler Perry don't have power. Netflix is a company. Tyler Perry don't have that kind of power as them executives do. Oprah don't have that. Yeah, just saying you're suing Macy. Yeah, Bobby, you did say that. So why would you point out Oprah just because she's famous? Why? That's called clout chasing. So we're just pointing out famous people, famous black people. So there's no famous white people involved in any of Monique's dealings. She ain't ran upon no white people in Hollywood. None. None. So Katt Williams ain't ran upon no white person that's ever done them wrong in Hollywood. Okay. I find that very hard to believe. No famous white people. All these comedy clubs Monique has worked in, all the movies she worked in, all the producers and the people in front of the screen and behind the screen, Monique's never worked with no white people? Come on now. What are you changing the subject? So she I don't know what you're talking about now. Xavier B, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just saying Monique is problematic. I'm just saying that if you're going to drag somebody, then you should try to drag the people who really control the industry, not people that you have personal beef with. Like you should drag the industry and the executives behind it, but they know who not to drag. That's my problem with these celebrities like Katt Williams and Monique. And then again, why ain't white people out here dragging people? So Xavier B, you can change the subject all day, but she point out, well, these people ain't famous. That's a silly, childish argument. How old are you? 12? That's a silly, childish argument. So we only gonna drag people because they're famous because of what? Because it gets her attention. So we're going to drag Oprah because that gets her attention. And again, attention where? In black spaces. Exactly. How about you don't accept deals that you aren't happy with? Don't accept the deal. People do that all the time. People come back and negotiate and say, I'm not happy with the deal. But again, yeah, this is, Bobby says, this is what's happening with young kids these days that don't know and don't pay attention. Obviously, you're right. Xavier B, Talking about Oprah and Tyler Perry are billionaires, Kevin. So what? Okay, what does that have to do with anything? I'm not talking about how much money they're making. I'm talking about, why are you dragging black billionaires? So Seinfeld is not not a billionaire? Steven Spielberg not? I mean, these are billionaires too. You know, I'm not a fan of Oprah either. I'm not an Oprah fan either. You know, like, so again, what you're not, I'll go slow for you, Xavier B. Why would you negotiate a contract and agree to it and then don't agree with the terms of the contract? That's not what you do in business. I don't know if you're just really young and you don't understand how business works. She dragged all the people that wronged her. So I'm saying is, if you are telling me that no white people have ever wronged Monique who were famous and who make money, then I have no way of proving that, but I doubt that seriously. Because again, I know well enough, I've lived enough life to know that people drag who they want to drag. They drag people who it's easy for them to drag. It's easy for you to drag black people. Go drag Seinfeld and see what happens to you. Go drag them, because people in the industry knows who really has the power. Go pick on, I don't know, Adam Sandler and see how far you get. Yeah, and when they caught and don't know, they change the narrative. Right. That's what we're saying. Yeah, then they dragging Oprah. I'm like, for what? Drag Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers, they broke ass. Warner Brothers barely wanted to green light The Color Purple. And it didn't make enough money to justify. I mean, I'm not agreeing with what they did, but Warner Brothers is not, they're trying to sell Warner Brothers right now. So, you know, I'm just happy that they green lighted it. Okay, but again, you're not answering my question. So out of everybody that Monique is done with, the only people that around her are Tyler Perry, Oprah, all black people, Kevin Hart, etc. It's just black people. I don't believe that. I don't care what anybody says. I don't believe that she's been in the industry for 30 years or more, and the only people that have wronged her have been Tyler Perry, Oprah, Lee Daniels, and Kevin Hart, and whoever. I don't believe that. I don't believe she's been in the industry this long as a female comedian. I believe that she's picked on these people because they're famous and they have money. And I think they did wrong her, but I think this is like selective outrage. I think she's like, I'm going to pick on these people because they have wronged her. But I think she's left out other people because she knows the other people that have wronged her either are not famous, don't have as much power, or they have too much power. You know? Yeah. And Oprah and Tyler Perry, I'm telling you, do not have the ability to blackball people. Executives do. When Monique pulled, y'all, what you don't understand, when Monique pulled the shit that she pulled, she didn't piss off just Oprah and Tyler Perry. She pissed off the studios. That's what you don't understand. It's not about Oprah and Tyler Perry pissing them off. They don't have that power. She picked the stunt, the shit that she pulled. You piss off Netflix. You piss off Lionsgate, Warner Brothers, Paramount. That's who blackballed her. Don't blame black people for blackballing her. Lee Daniels, they don't have that kind of power. You get blackballed in the industry, the studios and executives will see you as difficult and they will blackball you. That's where y'all fucked up at. That's where you're fucked up at. Because they don't have the power to blackball you. The studios do. You studios do. Studios have that power. That's why. That's what it is. The studios have that power. So don't tell me about blackballing, because you don't understand. The blackballing at the industry starts at the highest levels because they are making the decisions whether they want to hire you. Oprah and Tyler Perry are not. It may be on the Tyler Perry movie or a Tyler Perry TV show. He has control. But Oprah, Tyler Perry, Kevin Hart, they are making deals with other studios. They don't have the ability to greenlight a Monique project. How? They have to work with the studio for distribution deals, and the studios blackballed Monique. If she indeed got blackballed, which I'm sure she did, it's the studios, because she got a reputation for being blackball. Hiring who? Who's Xavier? Who does the hiring? Who is doing the hiring? Tyler Perry does, because he owns his own studio. But besides Tyler Perry, what movies are Lee Daniels making? I haven't seen, look, to be honest with you, I haven't seen Lee Daniels make nothing in a long time. Kevin Hart doesn't own a studio. Kevin Hart has deals with Netflix and various studios. So who is hiring who? Oprah is not an executive in Hollywood. She can use money and her prestige to produce things, but she's not an executive. She doesn't own a studio. We don't own no studios, y'all. Black people don't own that. People talking about she blackballed, the studios blackballed her. So if you think that anybody, Kevin Hart has the ability to blackball her? No, the studios, you think the studios don't watch this? There's somebody in the studio watching Club Shay right now and being like, I ain't working with that B. Or even before that, when she came out, what sealed her deal was the Netflix thing. When she came out against Netflix, the studios really was done with her for then. They were really done with her then. But yeah, if y'all really think that black people have the ability to blackball people on a small level, yes. But yes, there's many levels to this. Y'all really think black stars... I'm laughing because we don't own the industry, y'all. Black people are not CEOs. We don't run Warner Brothers or Paramount or Netflix or none of these. We don't run Disney. We're not even in the C-suites. Do you know how many black executives are in Hollywood that are in the C-suites? I'll wait. Go look it up. Please go look it up because I know. Do you know how many casting directors are African Americans? Who is doing the entertainment contracts and running the entertainment divisions? Again, I'm not trying to make it a race thing. I'm just being honest. Like these are facts. Kevin Hart is not making executive decisions of who to hire. Maybe for his products, BET is white on, right? Viacom, baby. Kevin Hart may choose his projects and what he do, and he has some say-so over what he does. But when it comes to Monique hiring for a comedy special, that's coming from a suit. That's not coming from Oprah or Tyler Perry or Kevin Hart or DL Hughley. That's an interpersonal relationship. That's between talent. That has nothing to do with whether you get hired or not. Oprah can't blackball. They don't have the power. We don't have that kind of. I can't believe people think that. We don't do the casting decision. We're not showrunners of these shows. When somebody wants to pitch an idea for a TV show, you can pitch it. You have to pitch it to a studio. You have to pitch it to a suit. Yeah, not a lawsuit, a suit. Somebody sitting in the C-suites. So again, that's ignorance of not knowing how the business works. I would encourage y'all to watch Grace Randolph. She really breaks down. Yeah, Tyler Perry has money, and I said Tyler Perry is the only person that's running his own TV shows in his own studios. Tyler Perry owns a studio in Atlanta. Tyler Perry is not an executive over Paramount or Disney or Warner Brothers. There are plenty of billionaires in Hollywood, but honey, they're all worker bees. They work for studios. They have distribution deals with studios. To sit there and say just because somebody has money means that they run things, they're not honey, let me tell you, look at the head of the studios and how much they're making. Bob Iger is making, first of all, Tyler Perry is not a billionaire. Bob Iger, the head of Disney, is almost, he gets paid $250 million a year. Tyler Perry is not a billionaire. Go look it up. I'm looking it up. Go look it up. Go see how much Tyler Perry's net worth is. Y'all, somebody go look that up. It's not billions. Tyler Perry's not a billionaire. That's ignorant as hell. Go look it up. Go look up Tyler Perry net worth. I'm on my phone, so I can't Google it because it's going to cut my live off. But go look it up. Tyler Perry's not worth $1 billion. He's not a billionaire. Go look up Bob Iger and Robert Zasloff. Robert Zasloff, the head of Warner Brothers, Bob Iger, the head of Disney, and go see how many stock options and how much money they make. And if you want to compare apples to oranges, you go right ahead and compare those two. Money isn't power in Hollywood, right? It's who controls the studios. Go look up who sits on the board of directors of Disney, of Warner Brothers. Those are the people who have powers to make decisions of what gets greenlit and what doesn't. And then go explore. Like I tell people to go explore how the business is run. Like there's people who do, there's different divisions in every company. And every company has a head. Like there's a movie division that has a head. There's comics, TV, they all have a head. Again, Xavier B, you're not answering my question. Is Tyler Perry a billionaire? You said Tyler Perry is a billionaire. Go look it up. You either mistaken or lying. Tyler Perry is not a billionaire. Tyler did land in his private plane, but we're not talking about that. I'm talking about making business decisions to hire Monique for projects or not. You said, oh yeah, Tyler Perry, they have power. No, they don't. You said Tyler Perry is a billionaire. No, they don't. No, he's not. I don't care about Al Sharpton. Who cares about old ass Al Sharpton? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Hollywood business. I'm not talking about Monique's personal life or what Tyler Perry did or Al Sharpton did. We're veering off topic. That's not my topic. That may be your point, but that's topic. Yeah, Tyler Perry's movies has grossed $699 billion, but his net worth, yes, his net worth is not $1 billion. Like his movies have made a lot of money, and his TV shows, and his bulk of his fortune, yes, is selling his TV shows and his episodes and stuff to Hollywood. And Tyler Perry has a deal with Netflix. He has a deal with Netflix. Yeah, Tyler Perry has. I'm not talking about the movie gross. I'm talking about his net worth. Does it say his net worth is $1 billion? But Tyler Perry don't own a studio. I mean, he owns his studios, but he doesn't own and he doesn't own like Netflix or anything like that. And I said that. I said Tyler Perry can make decisions on what projects he wants to greenlight because Tyler Perry does it all. He owns it all. He owns his own studio. He can do that. But we're talking about hiring Monique for TV shows and projects. I said the only person that has the power to do that is Tyler Perry. He's the only person that runs his own studio, y'all. And I said that. But I said Kevin Hart don't run his own studio. Al Sharpton ain't got no studio, of course. And Oprah Winfrey, she don't own Paramount or Netflix or any of these stations. Oh, his net totaled $1 billion. Okay, well, I stand corrected. But Tyler, like I said, Tyler Perry is the only person that has the ability to greenlight or hire or fire anybody from anything. Tyler Perry can influence who? But who says Tyler Perry influence who? Who says Tyler Perry has that influence? It has nothing to do with money. If Tyler Perry had that kind of influence, the reason why Tyler Perry has his own studio is because he had so much issues with the suits. That's the reason why Tyler Perry created his own, because he had issues with the suits. So Monique, the same thing. If she has issues getting work, if she has issues with certain people and she's being blackballed, then you have to create your own. When Tyler Perry first started, he could barely, like, people didn't know who he was. They offered him this boo-boo ass deal with his first movie because people didn't understand like his plays and how popular it was. And the white executives are like, who the hell is Tyler Perry? He had to prove to them. And then still, when he wanted to go into, I watched the Tyler Perry story. When he wanted to get into TV, they didn't give him a chance. So Tyler Perry was like, I'm gonna get my money. I'm gonna make these Madea movies, and I'm gonna get my own money and create my own shit. And that's what he did. 50,000 she got paid. I don't care how much she got paid. The point is, the way I'm not saying that she should have got 50,000. I've said this over and over again. I'm gonna speak real slow. I don't care how much money Monique made. That is not the point. The point is not what you do. It's how you do it. The way she went about it, blabbing to the press and going to the media and doing interviews and bad-mouthing people is what I don't agree with. You may agree with it and how she did. We're all entitled to our own opinions, but I don't agree with it as being an adult and a business person in an industry where relationships are everything. That's my issue. I don't care about the money, about the lawsuits. I care about, she could have settled. There's other people that have lawsuits that have settled that don't blab to the press about it. That's my issue. Her going to the press. Tyler has enough, and Tyler does. Tyler, I'm not saying Tyler has no influence, but the point is you don't go to the press and blab about it and complain about your coworkers. That's my point. You get your coin and you move on. 15 years later, she's still mad? So I'm still talking about stuff that happened to me 15 years ago? She's still talking about it? I'm not saying she didn't deserve, you're missing the point. You don't shit where you eat. You want to eat there, you want to eat, you want to sit at the table, but then you're going to shit on everybody at the table? Good luck. That's why I said, and that's why for the past 15 years, Monique has been in fight after fight after fight with people. Yeah, that was sexual. What does the Jean Carroll things have to do with about sexual? I didn't even, what does that have to do with anything? I can't even say that word, SA. That has nothing to do with anything. That's a crime. Monique looking for a big payout. Payout from who? Who is Monique suing now? I don't know. Do y'all know? Is Monique suing somebody? Yeah, she accepted $50,000 and now she wants more for what? Right. But she wants more for what? Again, it seems very self-serving to me that I'm talking about the Tyler Perry thing. That's where it started. I'm not talking about the Netflix issue. Okay, if she's claiming defamation, then she needs to sue in court. I don't have any problem with nobody suing. I have a problem blabbing your ass to the she can sue who she wants to sue. She can claim defamation all she wants to. She can claim whatever. It's up to the judge to decide whatever. But my point is, going to the press and blabbing about it, Scarlett Johansson sued Disney. She didn't come out and like do a press tour and be like, I hate Disney, and Disney did this, and Disney did that. She didn't do that. She sued. She got her money. She said a statement, and with her publicist, I'm sure her publicist released a statement, and she moved on. Scarlett Johansson is now not, and the Disney thing with Scarlett happened like 2-3 years ago. You don't see Scarlett going, I sued Disney, and I hate Disney, and they didn't give me my money, and they tried to put. She moved on. She got her coin and moved on. Because Scarlett Johansson has a publicist saying, girl, sue and move on. Carla Gugino is suing Disney right now, who was on The Mandalorian, saying that she got fired, and she's suing them right now. Do you see her up here doing a press tour about her suing Disney? About being fired because of things she said against gay people on Twitter or whatever? She's saying she got wrongfully terminated by Disney. Do you see her up here doing press tours about, I got fired from Disney, and I'm finna go on this TV show, and this TV, she's suing. She's suing. Leo Ryan says she'll probably sue Katt if this tour flop. Hell yeah. I'm not saying people can't sue. People sue Hollywood and producers and people all the time. But it don't mean you got to go on a press tour about it. Scarlett Johansson got her settlement and sat her motherfucking ass down. Shit. She like, thank you, I got it. I'm not saying that she don't. Again, you're not answering my question. I'm not saying she doesn't have a grounds for a lawsuit. The point is, why you got to go out there and blab and badmouth people in the long run? If you have a good lawyer, again, law student, you tell your client, go shut the fuck up. I don't know any lawyer in their right mind would be suing somebody, whether it be a business or another person, that would have their client out there doing interviews. You tell your client, we're going to sue. Don't say nothing to the press. Don't say nothing on social media. Just keep it real low key. You get a publicist, they'll issue a statement. That's how it's done. You keep quiet, you take the money and move on. Yeah, look what happened to Amanda Bynes. So Monique's the only person to ever sue somebody in Hollywood for defamation or sexual assault? Even Jean Carroll ain't said shit. So please, true my ass. Monique is a loudmouth. She talked too motherfucking much. You sue you. I'm not saying she can't sue. I'm not saying that she doesn't have a grievance. You sue, shut the hell up. Scarlett Johansson knows how to play the game. Thank you. And that's what Steve Harvey was trying to tell Monique. Right. Girl, you know how to play the game. Now I know she got $50,000 and forgot the cost of living increased 15 years later. Bobby, shut up. Bobby said she forgot. Oh no, I gotta sue again. No, Monique is broke. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think she's not making any money, and she realized that she kind of like shot herself in the foot by coming out against all these people, and no studio or talent wants to deal with her. But she did it to herself. She could have sued. She could have made her and got her settlement and sat down and shut the hell up. is $1.09. But girl, eggs 99 cents back then 15 years ago. So now she's still going on and talking about stuff that happened 15 years ago when you have to know when to shut up, sis. Like, you have to know when she got blackballed. Why did she get blackballed? Because she was running her mouth. What are you talking about? They just didn't wake up one day and be like, well, she didn't want to go to this press tour, so we're going to blackball her. It wasn't that. She got blackballed because she was running her mouth. Because she was up there criticizing everybody involved with this movie. And they're like, what are you doing? You know, that's the reason why she got blackballed is because she started to get a reputation of somebody who's going to tell on other people. And Hollywood don't like that. Hollywood don't like nobody up here telling their secrets. And executives are like, why are we hiring her? She seems like she's kind of difficult. And then the Netflix thing happened and they were like, oh yeah, for sure because the studios don't like the fact that she didn't do a press tour. And the talent. I'm not saying that Lee Daniels liked it or anything like that. And the way she probably went about it probably was not the most judicious way to go about it. Like I said, it's not what you do, is how you do it. Yeah, I know Oprah Winfrey produced the Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry. I know this is the same movie. But I'm just saying that it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Then she went out and dragged them. She started doing interviews talking bad about Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels and what happened and all that. Nobody would have even cared or known what had happened on the whole Precious thing. I didn't hear about it until she started doing interviews. Most of us didn't hear about it until she went out and started doing interviews. She's been around forever. So she milked that for whatever it's worth. She thought she would take it to the court of public opinion, and the court of public opinion was going to side with her. But that may be true. But behind the scenes in the industry, people were like, this person is difficult. Why I want to work with this person? If I piss them off, they're probably going to go out here and badmouth me. People in Hollywood, nobody likes to be badmouthed. Again, I tell people, you go to your job and you start badmouthing your coworkers. And you go out here talking loud and talking reckless and see whether your coworkers look at you like, oh, I can't fuck with this person. They don't want to work with you. That's a word to the wise for any industry. That's not how you do things when you have disputes with people, with grown folks. That's not how you can, like I said, I tell Xavier, you go to your job and tell your coworkers how much you don't like them and how you feel you were slighted and how you don't like your boss and y'all ain't shit, and see whether you have a job or not. Yeah, I'd be worried she'd be secretly recording. Exactly. You can't trust a person like that. And Hollywood is all about trust. Again, she's not the only person in Hollywood that been told something, been done wrong, or feel like they were slighted in some way. It all started with the Precious thing. And she ran her mouth. She could have sued, get your money. She ran her mouth. Yeah, she's oppositional. She could have ran her mouth. She didn't have to do all that. She was doing too much, sis. Even I know that. I'm all about full disclosure and truth. Y'all know I'm out here, but like, people should tell it. The Weinstein thing that's been going on in Hollywood for decades. I agree. They should have ran and tell it, but that's something illegal. It's a crime. But if you feel like you slighted personally, then you take it up with the people that personally slighted you. She should have took it up with them first. And then if she felt like there was legal recourse, then you take legal recourse. But ain't no lawyer in their right mind going to tell their client that you need to go on a press tour and do interviews about a lawsuit. No lawyer is going to tell you that. Like, you don't do that. But I'm saying you sue. You don't have to record. You sue. If you feel that way, she should have sued. If she feels like it's defamation or whatever, you take it to a judge and you sue. You don't record people and you don't do interviews. I don't care what anybody say. I'm not up here recording people. You don't do that. You don't do that. You sue. You take it to court. You take that tape that you have and you take it to court. I'm not saying that she couldn't have recorded. But why are you playing the tape in interviews if you don't have an agenda? That's somebody that has an agenda to embarrass somebody and drag somebody. Because you can record and do whatever you want to do. And you take that recording to your lawyer and ask them, is this okay that we have this recording? What do you think I should do? You take the recording to the judge. You take the recording to a court. If it gets leaked then okay. But you don't record somebody and then get on an interview and be like, oh, let me play this recording. That's not what you do in business, any business. It'd be like me going before my review and me recording my boss. Yeah, imagine working at a slaughterhouse and start complaining about the owner to the other farmers about but your company's owner and see where they wind up. You think you're gonna leave Tyson and go to somewhere else and go to Pilgrim's Pride? They're gonna be like, we ain't hiring this person because they record people and they complain, and then they make complaints to the government, to the FDA about what we're doing. You ain't gonna get no another job in no slaughterhouse. They be like, oh yeah, aren't you the one to be complaining to the FDA how we killing these animals? Right. So you can record, you can argue the semantics all you want to. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. You can record, you can sue, you can claim defamation, but when you start going to the press and start blabbing and start throwing people under the bus, and then Tyler Perry came to her and tried to make amends. DL Hughley has tried to make amends over and over again. Like I said, we ain't even talked about the DL thing, because how she keeps throwing him under the bus over and over again, and he's apologized. He's had her on the show. He what else can he do now? What else? Because then Tyler Perry has came out and apologized and said, and then she still keeps throwing him under the bus. So again, it's to the point where somebody's gonna have to sue Monique, sue her for libel and defamation. Because at this point, enough is enough. Like at this point, enough is enough. Like they've come out, they've apologized, they said things, and then she just keep throwing them under the bus. Tyler never said it in public. Tyler privately called Monique, supposedly, and tried to make amends for this. I'm not getting the deal. The deal thing is that she was supposed to do a comedy tour with him, and it fell apart and something. Deal's had her on the show. Deal's come out and made many statements and apologized and said things. Tyler Perry supposedly called Monique and apologized, but she still keeps going on and on about it. So I don't understand what else. The only thing that Monique wants right now is money. So I said that if you want money, you go to a court and you sue. You don't go out into the public and take it to the streets. Because again, some of y'all are young bloods. Y'all don't understand that in my day, when motherfuckers is out here talking shit in the streets to a comedian, things would happen to them. Like I knew it. Like I'm from the old school where you don't take things to the streets. Like if you start getting out there blabbing your mouth about people, you come to the person one-on-one and be like, okay, we got problems, we got issues, blah, 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 blah. My point is when back in the day, when people would go out to the streets and start complaining about people, like it wouldn't go well for them to be out here in the streets. You sue somebody, that's one thing. You get your coin, you shut up, and you sue and move on. So if she feels like she has defamation or discrimination from Netflix or Tyler Perry or whoever, then she sue. But I don't agree with her. I don't agree with her or Katt Williams out here dragging people to clout chase. Because in my opinion, feel like it's clout chasing. She's still mad at DL, and DL has receipts. DL has provided, honey. If you go to DL's channel on YouTube, he has talked about it. He has provided with receipts. And he has said, no, Monique is lying. He had come out today. He has come out today and said, Monique talking about she sued him, and it was a lie. DL said, no, that didn't happen. And she lied. Bobby says, I work heavy construction and don't take shit till I got hurt. It humbles you. And then you work at a slaughterhouse there where you don't talk about the company right. And then, like, I had to say, my ex works in the construction industry, okay, here in Texas, okay? The construction industry is a very tight-knit industry. Like, you work from different construction company. My ex is a foreman. He had one dude that his work wasn't good, and all he did was complain about him. And then when the dude got let go, he went off and blabbed to the higher-ups about my ex and about him and a bunch of other people. Don't you know that dude can't get hired? Because he went from that company to another company, and then they know each other in the construction industry. Don't you know that dude tried to leave and go get a job somewhere else, and they like, oh, ain't you that one dude this motherfucker tried to call OSHA, y'all, on my ex. He called OSHA, saying that they was in violation, and then the dude called HR, saying that my ex was working people off the clock and paying them. Oh yeah, honey, he tried to leave there and go get a job somewhere else. And you know what? That motherfucker still, a year later, he still can't find a job. A permanent job at a construction site because he caused so much headache. They spread this dude's name around. And like I said, the construction industry is very tight knit. I don't know about where anybody else, but in Texas it's very tight knit. And this dude, the moment he get fired or let go, he go and complain to OSHA. He go and complain to HR. He tried to get my ex fired. He tried to get his boss fired. That motherfucker ain't got no job. That motherfucker working contract jobs, picking up scrap off of construction sites. And he's a licensed pipe fitter. He can't find a job because he badmouthed every company he been with. They like, we ain't fucking with you. So to anybody else that don't understand that you don't burn bridges, then I don't know what to tell you. You can sue all day, you can say all day, but if you get up there and you run in your motherfucking mouth, you think people gonna want to hire you? That's just common sense. Yeah, they blackballed him from the... Yeah, this dude still ain't got a job. I talked to my ex the other day. I said, well, you heard of such and such? He like, oh yeah, he working contract jobs for these contract companies because he can't find a permanent job at a construction site. Because everywhere he worked, he didn't try to call OSHA on people. And you know damn well if you start trying to call OSHA on a construction site, at one construction site, he got them shut down for 2 weeks. So that's 2 weeks the dudes at the construction site had no pay. Because this dude saying that they were in violation, all because he got fired. So you tell me, do you want to fuck with somebody like that? So why they want to hire you? So when you take long lunches and your boss is telling you, you're supposed to be going for 45 minutes, you're going an hour and 15 minutes, and your boss tell you, well, we don't have to dock your pay, and you get mad, I'm calling OSHA. Out of here. Fuck out of here. Out of here. Out of here. Out of cheer. You think you finna get a job at a construction? You think anybody want to fuck with him? No. So again, nobody wants to work with a snitch. Snitches get stitches and end up in ditches. Like, do we not know that? Nobody wants to. So the same thing with Monique. Nobody wants to work with a snitch. Nobody wants somebody snitching. So if she think it's worth the sue to get $50,000 or $500,000 or $1 million, I'm sorry, but suing and knowing that you're gonna spend more money on lawyers try to settle a lawsuit or get a lawsuit, and you're trying to get money, and that money's not gonna last. Work lasts. Settlements don't last. Steady work do. Somebody can give me $100,000 and that's nice, but having a stream of income is more important than me settling. So Monique can sue and do whatever she wants to. You know, her and Katt gonna do a comedy special together. But again, you're not listening. The point is to get from here to here. Comedy specials is fine. That's bringing in money. That's bringing in coin. But again, the goal is to go from here to here. The goal is to expand your career to get beyond the comedy circuit. The comedy circuit is fine, but the comedy circuit is not going to bring you money in like promotional deals and residuals and getting a contract deal with Netflix or WB or Paramount or having a steady TV show to where it goes, they sell the TV show to Netflix and you get residual money. That's how all these stars make their money. They don't make you don't retire on doing comedy clubs. Monique can't be doing comedy clubs at 60, 70 years of age. Like, it's hard on the body. It's hard. She's not getting no younger. She wants to, you can't retire on 50K. You can't, you have to retire. You have to go out and make enough money, make that Seinfeld money. You don't see Seinfeld that made millions off of them syndication. They done sold Seinfeld worldwide. He done made more money off that TV show that Seinfeld's like, I might go do a comedy tour. He can do whatever he want to do because he's made enough money off of Seinfeld and selling that show all over the world into Netflix. That Seinfeld Netflix deal was multi-million-dollar deal. Dave Chappelle do stand-up because he liked to do stand-up. And then when it's stand-up, it's on Netflix. And he's making money on top of that. Dave Chappelle can go and do whatever he want to do. If he want to do a TV show, he can come and do a TV show. Yeah, Seinfeld's sitting back and cooling his head. He's been living off his money for years, taking care of his family. Like, same thing about Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler, he's the biggest example I could think of. He has a multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix, making these funny movies that I don't, and not his daughter. Like, he didn't put his daughter on. Like, y'all don't understand how white people be doing it. Adam Sandler's daughter had a whole movie on Netflix, y'all. My kids liked it. It was about a girl in high school and her bar mitzvah, and it was cute. He didn't put his kids on. Adam Sandler got his family working behind the scenes, in the industry. Because that's how you do it. Like, I got a Netflix deal. Let's see, I'm finna get my brother finna work over here. My daughter's finna work over here. My other kid, he finna come up in the business. That's how you do it. You put your family on. You put your family on. Did you see that movie with his daughter? She looks so cute. But that's how it's done in the industry. You know, he got his daughter a Netflix movie. Like I was like, what? They're like, that's Adam Sandler's daughter. I said, what? That's Adam Sandler's daughter. I said, oh snap. Let me see what the little girl doing. And it was cute. My son thought it was cute. That's what you do. You know, I'm like, so you don't run around here and do a comedy tour with Katt Williams. Like, that's great. I'm glad she got work. I'm not begrudging that. But the point is for you to grow your business and grow your brand because you're a person. You're an entertainer. Your deal is to grow your brand. People talking about Usher. Usher been in the business since he was like 15. Okay. Usher is still about growing his brand and out there. Even though Usher's like 40, Usher's younger than me now, y'all. Now, he younger than me. Well, Usher's like 40-something, but there's a whole generation of people who don't know who Usher is. So him doing the Super Bowl is about him growing his brand. He has a tour, so he wants to grow his brand. Rihanna, when she did the Super Bowl, she came out with Fenty, and she got her makeup, and she got her draws and all that. It's about growing your brand. It's never about staying stagnant in the industry because the industry keeps changing. Like, comedy clubs and tours are fine, but they're not bringing the money in like you do on a comedy tour and a streaming show. Like, that's the money. Your money and longevity as an entertainment in the entertainment industry is about you growing and changing and adapting, not about you suing and lawsuits and pissing people off. If you want to go that way, that's fine, but that's not the way it's done in the industry. So again, Monique can do whatever she want to do, but the goal is to be successful in the industry and to grow. Adam Sandler, yeah, he was making Hanukkah CDs 25 years ago. Thank you. You think he still want to be doing Hanukkah CDs and doing tours? He went to Saturday Night Live and did movies and built on that because he know that's where the money is at. Yeah, he doing the generational wealth thing. Yeah, you build and grow. You don't still be doing comedy tours at 60. Eddie Murphy ain't out there doing no motherfucking comedy tour. Shit. Eddie Murphy finna come out with Beverly Hills Cop Part 4, 3, 4, whatever it is. Eddie Murphy like, I'm doing movies. I'm up there. Kevin Hart patterned his career after Eddie Murphy. He wanted a career like Eddie Murphy, and to me, Kevin Hart has surpassed Eddie Murphy when it comes to business and coin. And that's what you do. And you don't have your husband as your manager. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You don't have your cousin, your uncle, your brother, Master P, whatever. Yes, back in the football days, I remember what was his name? I forgot his name. How Vince Young had Master P as his agent in the NFL. Y'all remember that? Yeah, Usher said he's trying to condense 30 years and that. My kids don't even know who the hell Usher is. My kids know Usher because of CB3. If y'all want to watch somebody really, really funny, look up CB3 on YouTube, y'all. My kids only know Usher because he does like parodies of Usher. And my kids are like, who's Usher? My kids don't know who the fuck Usher is. But he understands when he's doing the Super Bowl, it's going to expose Usher to a whole new audience. So again, CB3, yes. CB3, me and my kids love CB3. You know, yes, the movie and music industry is changing. It's going to get to the point where, you know, it's more streaming, it's more condensed, and, you know, it's just going to be, the industry is changing. But yeah, CB3 is hilarious. Hilarious. My kids love it. But CB3 is funny. He's a funny brother. He's from Texas too. He's hilarious. He does all kind of parodies of Disney movies and Usher and singers and Beyonce and everything. So that's the only reason my kids even know who Usher is, because Usher is from a different generation. They're from my generation. You know, like Monique and Katt Williams, they from my generation. The younger generation, they don't give a shit about Katt Williams and Monique. They gotta understand that they getting old. Like those of us who are in our 40s and 50s. We know who these people are. But a lot of the younger generation, like I said, a lot of the white people didn't even know who Katt Williams was. Because again, you know, I'm all about my white brothers and sisters. Because, you know, I'm heavily in these multicultural streets. And I ask people like, they really don't know who Monique is. They like Monique, Monique, Monique. They don't. So all these black people be talking about these people with really authority and importance, and people be like, and most mainstream people be like, who is that? I'll be laughing because I'll be like, oh, these black people really be thinking these people are important. Like Oprah, like my kids are like, who is that? Like, yeah, like, y'all had to get with the times. The newer generation don't care about the old ass stars from 20, 30 years ago that y'all covet and y'all cape for. And stop caping for famous people. I don't cape for no famous people because I understand what the music industry is. And it's not a good industry. Like, again, I said it before and said it again. I give anybody the side eye who, number one, wants to be in the entertainment industry. I give them a big old side eye like this. And then I really look at them weird. And if they're really trying to make money, and because most of these stars are self-serving, Katt is not well known. Katt is known. Look, I'm finna offend some people. Katt is known with a lot of black people in hood circles. Like if you a hood ass white person, like, okay, let me say, my late husband loved Katt. I've been to 3 Katt Williams shows with my late husband. He loved Katt Williams, but my husband liked black people and black comedy. We've been to Kevin Hart shows. We've been to a lot of Katt Williams shows. My husband, he liked DL. He loved Dave Chappelle, but that's my late husband. And then same thing with my ex. But my ex was a white dude that was down. You know what I'm saying? Like he was down with black people. But I talk to regular smuggler white people, like white people who like watch like Joe Rogan and Ricky Gervais and people. They don't know who the fuck that is. They like Katt Williams, Katt Williams, Katt Williams. They like Monique, 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 Monique. It barely registers with them. They'll see a picture of them and be like, oh yeah, I seen that person before. But for them and their culture, it's over their head. Like they are not mainstream. They're semi well-known comedians, but they're not up there like with Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, I know a lot more white people, Asian people who know Dave Chappelle that would know over Katt Williams and Monique. I'm just going to be honest. But that's just my anecdotal. I don't have any proof of that. But just more people know who Dave Chappelle because of the Chappelle Show, and he's out there, and he's, people, I know more. Dave Chappelle, I would also say I've been to a Dave Chappelle concert. He has more of a mainstream audience. Same thing about Trevor Noah. When I went to see Trevor Noah last month, he has more of a mainstream, when I say mainstream, more diverse audience. When I went to go see Katt Williams, mostly black people. When I went to see Kevin Hart, when Kevin Hart was just starting out 10, 15 years ago, it was mostly black people. When I went to go see him, in Oklahoma, like he's coming to Oklahoma, but when I went to go see him in Oklahoma a couple years ago, he had much more of a diverse audience. He's much more mainstream. So, Katt's special in 2006 did blow up, but it blew up with black people though. Like I really challenge that because a lot of times black people will put things on and they're not understanding because I don't have that many. Look, I'm just going to keep it real. I don't have that many black friends. Most of my friends are of other ethnicities. So the things that I see that's like popular on black Twitter and with black spaces, this is stuff that I know. But when I ask other people in other ethnicities, they like, what? They don't know. They like, who? Like when people talk about the Diddy stuff and all that, which was, look, I had to do a whole video about the Diddy shit because that was overblown to me because Diddy ain't the only person out here having orgies and sex parties. I've been to, y'all see my playlist. I've been to sex clubs. I've been to swinger clubs. I've been to sex parties. And I'm just like, I listened to the Diddy stuff and I was sitting there like this. Oh, that all? Because me, my moral center is right here, left. So to hear about a sex party or an orgy is like, it's like, okay, I've been to one. So what? You don't have to participate if you don't want to. But, so the stuff people talking about Diddy, I'm like, this happens at industry parties all the time. Like, there's some crazy shit going on in LA, y'all. I didn't heard things. I didn't seen things. I didn't been to things. Industry parties. And I'm just like, so this is what we doing, But that doesn't shock me because, it's just part of the industry. But that's all I have to say. My phone is about to die and my son is waiting for his guitar. And he's like, Mom, where's my guitar? And I'm supposed to go pick it up and I'm supposed to go work out, and y'all kept me too long. I'm up here debating with y'all and talking to y'all. But again, I had to wrap it up. My point is, I don't care what Monique does and what she do. The point is how you do things. And if she wants to sabotage her career by filing lawsuits, I say at the end of the day, it's not sustainable. You are never going to have a sustainable career filing lawsuits and pissing people off. And then you're never going to have a good lawsuit by going out to the public or social media and blabbing about what lawsuit you finna file or what lawsuit you have filed. No lawyer in their right fucking mind. I spent 3 years at SMU Law School, business law. No lawyer in their right fucking mind would advise their client to go out in the media and social media and talk about their lawsuit. Like, that's the quickest way to sabotage